Okie doke. We're back in Imperator Rome. I don't know what I'm doing. Should we do like a... What should we do? While we're waiting for my friend to arrive. Let me tell them that I'm ready and available. I know we're gonna do multiplayer, but what's in single player? I wonder. Continue new game tutorial. Regarding the crime itself, which must be severely punished. Not even the conquered Greece took captive her savage conqueror and brought the arts into rustic Latium. Welcome to the tutorial. Up on the top right of the bar of the screen, embossed with the wreath spear, will allow you to open and close the tutorial objectives window. You'll be able to put complete objectives in any order you choose. However, if you are new to Paradox titles or wish to refresh your knowledge, we recommend that you follow the objective lists from top to bottom. Holding your mouse over an objective will provide you with hints on how to fulfill the conditions. When the conditions are met, objectives will be highlighted to show you they are ready to turn in. Roma Invicta! The starting situation. During the tutorial, you will be playing as Rome. The current date, which you can find in the top right corner of your screen, is the 1st October 450 AB Urb Condita, or 450 years after the founding of Rome. Rome has recently established local dominance, and the stage is set for your expansion throughout the Italian region. For the purposes of this tutorial, we have taken care of a few matters for you. We will, however, teach you how to cover those areas over the course of the tutorial. Proceed. Resources. Along the top bar are the main resources you will accrue or spend over the course of your game. We recommend that you spend a moment getting acquainted with these. By holding your mouse over the icon for each one, you'll be able to see a dual tip detailing some of the effects and uses. For the purpose of this tutorial, we have provided you with a significant bonus to your treasury and influence resources. You have 506.62 money, and the previous monthly balance was 1.52. Taxes, commerce, fleet maintenance, fort maintenance, wages. This is the amount of money available for recruiting armies, recruiting advisors, and constructing new buildings. Manpower. Maximum is 7507. Rome gains 80 each month, then there is no manpower lost to attrition. From Pop 71. From Subjects 8. I don't know what that means. To replenish the armies, there's a need for 0 men. There's a lot of stuff. Political influence. Your network of contacts, leverage, and connections. Your influence is generated by your government officials. Representing their values to your government. This little minister will provide less influence. Military experience. Stability. Aggressive expansion. War exhaustion. Tyranny. Jesus. Tyranny. Value represents the level of oppression within the country. There are various actions that can increase this. Support in the Senate. The seats in the Senate are divided between its three parties. The party's willingness to vote in our favor depends on how much they approve of our past actions. This is the percentage of votes that would fall in our favor should we take up decision that requires the Senate. By party, Optimates, Boni, Popularis. Okay. Onwards. Stabilize Rome. Perform a divine sacrifice. To increase stability, open the religion window and click on the Perform Divine Sacrifice interaction. Perform Divine Sacrifice. A stable country. Congratulations, you have successfully stabilized Rome. Wow, just a button press, huh? As you play more, you will encounter a variety of modifiers and effects that alter your stability, the cost of increasing it, and the effects from having it. Events will often affect your stability value. We have provided you with some extra stability as a reward for completing your objective to take you to your maximum. Excellent. Invoke a deity. Deities are an important feature in Imperator Rome. Open the religion window to browse the deities of the Roman pantheon. Calling you? Oh, okay, 1 second. Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. How's it going?
Good, good. Good, just waiting for it to all load.
Maybe a smaller game or something would help?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, is there like a smaller map or less players or something? Or is it all just one game?
It's all one map. I don't know if they do anything else in the tutorial, but I assume it's still on the same map, and it's probably not multiplayer. But, yeah.
I was just kind of like doing that to pass the time.
Sure.
Invoke a deity. Invoke Devotio. We do not currently have any war exhaustion. This will give us monthly war exhaustion minus 0.05.
If you're in a war, that could be useful.
I can't do that. He wants me to do it in order, and then I can't do the second one, so it's like, alright. Build a port in Capua.
Oh. No, they're asking you to invoke a deity, not to do the devotio. So you want to go to your...
It says invoke Devotio.
Yeah, but they're not saying devotio, they're saying deity. Your 4 deities are on the left.
Oh, I thought Devotio was the name of the deity.
I guess devotio is a specific Roman term.
I was like, wow,
there.
a god named Devotio.
Yeah.
There's like, but the thing is, they use the term invoke, and the only thing on this page that I saw with the word invoke was that button.
Yeah, some of their buttons are kind of weird. Like the fact that those pictures are buttons is kind of odd.
Yeah,
like,
I would never.
You didn't know to click on that before, right?
Yeah,
I understand that.
not until you told me to. Jupiter, sure.
And I think I mentioned this before, but those top of the 2 items, morale of armies, that's always active, and then the other one is like only a bonus that's active when you select it for your invocation.
The gods have truly blessed us. Now Rome is ready for war! We recommend that you check out the other omens to get an idea for what else you could use in times of need. To war!
Give you another 100 points. I wonder if you can start in the tutorial and play a normal game and like get all these like 500 political points is max political points. That's a huge amount of points.
How would I spend political influence?
Different things. So I think if you stab a pig, that costs 50, and then it's under the religion tab. It's used to help bring back up your stability. You don't need to do that. And then your stability is now going up by more per month. That can help you if your stability is falling due to maybe you have a lot of aggressive expansion or something. A lot of political influence is used to, or whatever they call it, political points, are used in your province to do one of the 4 province bonuses. So if you exit the screen and go to inside your province, so go to like Rome, for example. your thing is blocking the screen, so I can't really see. But there should be. Oh, there we go. It's just above your picture. So right above your picture, there's 4 buttons. One has like a muscular man on the right, and there's a pot and a wall and stuff like that. These are kind of like the 4 province bonuses you could have. And sometimes as a reward for something you do, maybe a mission, accomplishing a mission or something, they give you a free province investment. Otherwise, you'd have to pay like 80 political points to get one of these, and possibly some money. So right now it says you have 1 remaining. So you could choose one of these to start on, and then it'll fill up a bar in like 6 months or something from now. You'll get this. Usually my default is the one that adds a trade route, because that allows you to get the extra special trade bonuses, and it makes you a little bit of money and stuff like that. But an extra building for your city could be nice if you're trying to build up one specific city, or population, like a percentage bonus on your possible population for a city could be useful. I forget what the other one is fort capacity. So if you feel like you need to keep up a certain number of forts at places to be safe, they are going to cost you a certain amount per month. But if you get more fort infrastructure, I guess it reduces how much each fort is going to cost you to upkeep. So it could be useful. I haven't used it much though. So that's mostly where I spend my political points. And fabricating a claim. If you want to invade somebody, you need to fabricate a claim by going to your diplomacy screen with them and then fabricating a claim on a province of their land, and that will cost you like 20 political influence or points.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They want you to build a port in Capua.
Yeah, I already said it's build.
Oh, you did? Okay. Capua is probably down south if you need to.
How do I unpause it?
Press spacebar maybe? Or in the upper right, press the green date.
How do I make ships? Build ships have a navy of at least 15. Ships can only be constructed in a territory with a port. Aims of Optimates realized. Partisans of the Optimates are practically falling over each other to congratulate Consul. Are you still loading? Consul Publius.
So if you here, I'll give you the password here. Apparently, if I go into our game and then I say open for multiplayer, that's how I'm supposed to do it. Yeah, it's got
Multiplayer.
So that's the password in Discord.
Okay.
Just so that people don't.
You're Arcarian?
We have a lot of super fans in here. We don't know, you know. And it did put you as Ptolemy. Is this good? Don't know how it knows that I'm cushioning your Ptolemies, but I'm glad it remembered that.
Okay, look at all this that I have to go back to conquering.
Wait a second. You were already. way past this.
Uh-huh.
We were far past this, aren't we? This is the start. I'm gonna exit to the menu, because this is BS.
Exit to menu.
Multiplayer. Host game. See, the thing, if I go to multiplayer, it doesn't give me the option to load. But maybe if I keep going through here, I missed something. Like when I go to single player, it has load option, but when I go to multiplayer, it just goes to. And I can go open to multiplayer, but it doesn't give me the option to like. Public. Okay, same password. But there's no like. There's no multiplayer. It doesn't let me load.
It didn't have a...
Maybe I just picked the wrong file?
Didn't have a password on it.
It didn't have a password on it?
Oh, this is starting from the very beginning.
Yeah, see, again, like that's what I'm saying is it doesn't take me to the load a file. Okay, I'm gonna go back again because I don't see anywhere on here to like load a game. Back. Load multiplayer game? Okay, that's what it is. I was doing host, but I have to do load multiplayer game, I guess. That one is...
Augustus.
Oh, you know what happened? I gotta go back to the autosave from the start of that year because my computer crashed. That was the problem. That's why my file is not up to date because I didn't save at the end because I crashed. Okay, so... What is that? Get there.
What's this magical cup that I'm obsessed with? It's like a little clay pot, but it's a cup. Or a vase, like a clay vase. But it's a cup. And I'm obsessed with it. My mom liked it so much that her friend stole it for her from this restaurant they were at.
It's gonna turn out to be like radioactive. So I have a game up with the same password, so...
Arcadium.
Oh, that was fast. You can't come in if you don't know the password.
I like these paintings.
Yeah! Man, you should see the stuff they've made for Crusader Kings. Those paintings are sweet.
Wait.
Look at you, your nubbin of territory that you've expanded.
Ptolemaic Kingdom! Hold on, how do I... Oh, I can't really... I can't really click
How do you do
anything.
it? Well, make sure you're on the same nation. Don't click on a different nation.
Ptolemaic Kingdom! Oh.
Ready? Are you ready?
I
Or do you want to look at something?
The Ptolemaic Kingdom isn't lighting up?
You're listed as Ptolemy's for me,
Okay.
yes. Just don't click on a different kingdom.
No. Okay.
So we should be in.
There we go. Diplomacy map mode. That's what I was looking for. My troops are back! Except this fucker has this piece. We lost. We had that whole battle going on. Okay.
And I remember how it wouldn't let me like join your fight. That was really fun.
Yeah. Okie doke.
I'm in a war down here trying to expand my territory too. I'll just go at 2 speed here, I guess. Let's see. I can call you in, but I don't need to call you in. That's no waste. Alright. Going 2 speed. When I was trying out Egypt, it was a pain to deal with all their armies running around. So if you need to pause it, you might be able to pause it yourself by hitting the date in the upper right if you need to.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, is that? Those are my troops.
That 19k is yours, and the 15k is yours. And the 6.5k is the mercenary stack nobody's hired. The enemy troops are up north there.
Yeah, I see them.
260.
Oh shit. They're taking this whole region. Oh, because they took the capital. God damn it.
Yeah. I would put some small group on the siege and fight them with your 34k, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just relaxing down here in Africa. Having a good old time.
We're losing. No longer importing iron. Okay, he's gonna like start taking my shit. Crap!
Well, bring your large armies back. You're trying to fight them with like tiny...
I know. They combined by accident. I'm trying to fix this situation.
Maybe I should have had you be the little power and me be the big power.
Yeah, probably.
Come on, Ptolemy. Good. That's one enemy down.
Oh, I have 4,000 down here. Go up there. Yes! Crush them! Low food supply.
Okay, we're Kerman.
I don't know what to do about that.
What, low food supply?
Yeah.
Where? Where does it say low?
Province of Kiel, Syria.
I wouldn't really worry about it. In the long term, could be an issue, but like in the short term, you're moving armies through there, and they're taking food, and so you're losing food. But when the armies move out, probably won't be a big deal.
An envoy from the regional power of Garmantia requests they import furs. Sure. Ah! Sorry. Berenike Magus has grown resentful that Ptolemaeus Keranos Legates, a child of Ptolemaeus Sauter Legates, is not, but not by Berenike Magus, has been designated as heir to the Ptolemaic kingdom over any of her own children, You discover that she has a plot to kill Ptolemaeus Kyranos Legates and advanced visitor Roman child Arsonolegus. Seize her! I lose 10 legitimacy. I never cared for Thomas Legates anyway.
So I think he's a cool dude and you want to keep him around. I had some people try to assassinate him in my run, and he ended up brain damaged, and so his stats were terrible.
Oh my god.
But if you click on his portrait, you'll see that he has I think he has 3 of the bloodlines. So he has if he becomes ruler, you get big old boosts. Click on it. Look at his under his picture. There is a bunch of little circles.
Blood of Ptolemy.
He has blood of Ptolemy.
Jealous.
Keep going.
Jealous, ambitious, firstborn, blood of Antipatros, steadfast, lazy.
Okay, so he has 2 of the bloodlines, but then I think you get an event to add a 3rd bloodline, and say you claim Alexander's legacy or something like that, and then all your the Ptolemies get a 3rd bloodline. So this guy, if you look at what those bloodlines do, I think one of them's global build cost minus 10%, which is just crazy.
What the fuck?
That one's research speed, which is great. Build cost minus 10% over your entire country is just insane. So you really want that bloodline, and then you'll get at least one more, and I think there's another one that you can marry into, so you could end up very easily with 4 different bloodlines, all giving you really solid bonuses.
Okay, so I seize her.
I think what I did was just say Basileus Ptolemus persuades her to abandon this foolishness. You lose 10 legitimacy, but you have 100 legitimacy anyway, and your legitimacy will keep going up over time.
Okay.
So it only drops you to 90 out of 100, you know? If you had an investment in whether you liked the character or not, you could say, I don't like her, whatever. Won our war.
Paradisos. 3 Paradisos. Nothing weird is untold happening down here, is it?
With me? Or in your territory? I don't see them having come across. You don't have any parts of your territory that are suddenly turning yellow.
I don't think so.
So I think you're fine. Down with me. I'm pausing it real quick so I can do a peace offer and take all this territory. Yeah. Okay. All right. I have expanded further to the south. I hope you're proud.
Always. Kush. Is it very cushy down in Kush?
It's been pretty cushy so far. We got a client state, dodecahedron, whatever it is. And I got claims over all this stuff. They got a hug box though, which is what you call a alliance that's all allied to each other. There's a 4 kingdom hug box down here below me on the left. So I'll have to find some way to break that up.
A mission task can be completed. Border safety.
Yes, built the full
Philistia is a land of ancient cities and fortresses. For a long time, it marked the border between Egypt and the eastern people. More recently, it is far south as blah blah blah. Your Romanians control the cat. Now that the area has become part of our domain and is being adequately fortified, our borders are safer, and our expansion to the north can proceed on a firmer foundation. This is only the first step. We can only do one of those, or do we get? Can we do multiple?
Well, eventually you can accomplish any of these missions. The only time you can't accomplish 2 different missions at the same time is like sometimes you can do one or the other, and if so, when you hover over the one, it'll show like Rebel on the other one. But I think you don't have to worry about that right now. So you've got these other missions, but I think right now, at least the way it worked when I was playing, is I worried about this war that I'm in and dealt with that, and then I came back around and easily accomplished the missions. But like, right now, one of your missions is like take over Judea, but you don't really want to backtrack and try to do that while you're fighting these guys off your front lines, right? Like, you can do that anytime, really. And there's one I think that's about this coastal city.
Go help the battle, what the fuck? Just like this random 11k just showed up. They're sending everybody!
Well, you should have more than them.
Yeah, I have 33.
They're able to get out. I think they're able to get out if you go to Farnaki. Just grab everybody and send them to Farnaki.
Where's that?
It's the place they're standing on.
God damn it. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, you probably want to bring over that 9k too.
Where the hell is he going? Okay, they're finally fighting each other.
Can you bring over the 9k from the right side?
What are you talking about? Well, they're taking...
You get a 9k
shit.
to the right side.
They just took that whole area.
Yeah, but if you lose the battle, well, you're kind of screwed.
Well, they were doing something. Who the hell is this?
That is probably your vassal, Cyrenaica. Yeah, it's Cyrenaica. They'll help you. They're your feudatories. I think they fight with you. Their capital is just above you at Antigonea.
Really,
yeah, right there.
You're really good at reading these hard-to-read names.
Well, because I just went through this whole thing.
We are victorious!
You've got a big fleet, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that if you take just a small army, like the smallest little stack you have, and you take the fleet and drop it in Salamis on Crete, that's the capital, and it will, if you take that, it'll flip the whole island. If you flip the whole island, you should get a event that you, or not an event, but a one of these choices that's in your nation overview tab, the first tab on the left. You've got an ad now, so I can't see what you're doing, but the decision will allow you to set up like a puppet government there, and then you can just say, sure, be my feudatory, or client state, or whatever it is, and then you don't have to worry about the island. It won't be in the war anymore, but it'll be basically your subject. So if you can spare like a 4k stack or something to go over there with your fleet.
Here on Crete? Oh, you're
I can't see what you're doing because you got an ad. It's Cyprus, I believe, is the name of the island. It's on the right. It's the closest one to you. It's right of Crete. Keep going. Yeah.
Cyprus, okay. So how do I separate a boat?
You could just take your whole fleet.
Oh.
You don't really need to separate them.
And where? To...
You just want to send a 4k stack to try to like walk onto, like, you just tell this 4k stack to go to the water where your fleet is, and it'll try to walk onto the ships. and then you want to send them to Salamis or whatever it is, Salamis Cyprius, on the east side of the island. That is the capital of the entire province.
How do I get a 4K stack from them?
Well, I don't know what army stacks you have, but you should have. Your 31k right now is just taking a bunch of attrition altogether. You want to spread them out into neighboring provinces so they can defend each other.
But how do I split them?
Click on the 30, like click on the 31. Okay, you have selected an 8k stack and a 9.5. Like every time you click on that number, you'll cycle through one of the armies in that stack. So if you click on it, right now it's on the 8k. You click again, it'll give you maybe like a 5k stack or whatever it is. Whatever is in that. Yeah, so now you have a 2k stack. You could just send that 2k stack. And just right click the boats.
Okay. Hold on. There's like a bunch of shit going on. Okay, they're not going toward... Oh, he's like trying to enter over here, this fucker.
The most important thing, like, one, you don't want them to get behind you, but the main goal is probably to take Antigonia. Once you take their capital, I think you get some sort of an event. But also, the capital and some of these border territories will control this passageway that leads to the rest of their lands. And if you want to keep taking territory, you just want to control that pass.
Oh.
And remember how you did that Invoke Devotio before? Right now you have 21 war exhaustion, which isn't that damaging to you really, I think, but you can go to your you can go to your religion tab and invoke Devotio, and that would start reducing some of that war exhaustion. Yeah. It'll give you tyranny, but tyranny doesn't really matter.
Our settlements across the province of Philistia are reporting that their crop yield will fall below normal amounts this year, and already people throughout the year are stockpiling food and preparing for the worst. Local officials are requesting assistance. There is ample supplies with the growth. We'll do what we can. Make clear this is the governor's responsibility. Relocation will mitigate the strain on Philistia. You must ask for blessings from Demeter. Sorry. There's always like 10. There's either nothing happening for a while, and then there's like 10 things that happen at once.
Yeah, feel free to pause it, dude. Like, I'm just reading through my mission trees anyway right now. Like, I got so much stuff in my mission tree that's like, spend a bunch of money on buildings. And so, if I sit and do nothing for a while, it just makes me money. And if I want a war, I can get a war. You might want one other like 8k stack or something to sit on Daphne and like back up that 7k in case they come in with like 10k or 15k out of the blue, because otherwise you'll lose all siege progress. You can kind of like stack each one like one province over to kind of go along your front line, but also be close enough to all slowly walk one by one to support. I wouldn't swing around to the north. Should get separated. Anyway. I should keep going to war. All my missions right now are just basically to break apart this stupid hug box of information that's down here. 34 pop, 22, 104 LP. Nice.
Oh, fuck. is not gonna go well. Do I have anything
Did you
else?
lose a big battle?
Hold on. Ugh, everything's happening at once. Conquest of Antigonea. The city of Antigonea has finally fallen to our troops. It's in our hands. City. We won the battle, the siege of Antigonea. Okay, I have like a 2k stack here.
What did you do with the city?
Let the looting be gentle. Shit. Okay, so they're on the way.
Very frustrating that I can't get them.
Shit.
Oh well. I'll just build up and next time around I'll be pretty.
This is gonna be messy.
700 cash. Also, if you do run low on money, I have 700 cash on me, and I'm making 7 points.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking awful. They're gonna fuck me up.
Well, the important part is you try not to let them get behind you.
They've already done that.
You've got the capital though, so like to retake that they would need to siege it. Oh yeah, just send that 2k, you'll get that island. Once you move your fleet to the other sea lane, I can help you move your guy out. Looks like you're there already. They're moving their troop to you probably want to move south with your 21k into the place the 9k is. Just drag the whole thing down there. And if they move off, I can help you try to track them down. So they're moving off. What you could do is you could split half your forces to that. Keep half your force going in there. Then the other half of your force, send it to Ardrana, where they are moving to. So that way, if they stay, they run into you. If they go, they run into you. Do you have like an 8k stack? Yeah, 9.5, that would be a good stack to take. Not the 2k, because then it'll get wiped. You need more than 2k, or otherwise they'll just steamroll it, right?
I can't see the number altogether with these sub-stacks.
Yeah. And then send the 9.5k.
Where's the 9.5k? Where are you seeing 9.5k?
You cycled through a couple of 9.5ks.
How?
Okay, you see the number, so on the left side you see Levy of Lower Egypt, or you see mercenaries, or whatever they call it.
Here?
Right? The second levy of Lower Egypt, right? Yes, so if you look in that window, on the right side there's a muscle arm. The muscle arm tells you exactly how many people. So you want to right click one of them over there. So now, whether they stay or go, they're going to run into you.
What's happening over here?
But for some reason, it's not giving you a. Why is it not giving you a battle sign? There's no swords popping up saying there's going to be a conflict. I guess we'll just find out. Yeah. So just take your fleet and. I don't think your fleet has any military on it. Your 2k was still trying to get there, I guess. So, you gotta bring your fleet back and put the 2k on it. As far as I can tell, you don't have an army. I'll just unpause it for a little bit. Okay, your fleet is now in neighboring. 2k is about to get jumped on. That's one that's retreating. Your 2k is turned around for some reason, it's going north, and is getting jumped on. It's probably gonna get wiped out, or at least Eh. When you get a free army, put it on your fleet.
Sue for peace from the Antigonate Kingdom.
You don't want to do that if you can take some land. You need to go over right now and help that TK or it's going to get wrecked. Can you run all your troops into that objective? I think it's Amanthi. Yeah, they're fighting in Amanthi, not a missile. They might force that to retreat, but hopefully then they would be jumped by all your troops. Okay, it looks like you're gonna catch them.
One of our researchers, Philoxenos Achnonides, thinks he is just about to make a notable scientific breakthrough in the research he's currently working on. He needs some more supplies of puzzles over the next couple of years. We're able to get his hands on some of these masterpieces. He's going to get given access to them. The rest of our research would certainly suffer if we were to make this move. But maybe it is worth it after all. We'll get everything he needs.
I think this basically says, do you want to get massive increase to one research now, and then everything else penalized for a while, or do you want to just leave things as they are?
Recommendation?
I honestly don't know which is better. I used to always go for a yes, take the massive boost, but I think that it's probably better just to say no, as long as you can maintain loyalty. So you want like 40 or something loyalty, and you'll stay above 40 loyalty even if he doesn't, if he takes that minus 15. Now you're gonna have that battle go down, so you might want to watch, see what goes on there.
Once more, the renowned Olympic Games are to occur in the settlement of Olympia. Does this matter?
Shit. No, it doesn't matter. Just send one of them. You have some guys that popped up in your back area. You see?
Here?
Yep.
Who the fuck are they? Recruit mercenaries?
Well, the 10k right there is gonna end up with 0 morale, or 0, yeah, whatever it is. So if you bought them now, they would get attacked by the 2k and might flee. I don't know. Maybe because they're so much stronger, they would be okay. But they would have like 0 morale and probably break instantly. There's another stack further south, but it's only 3.5k.
Who's Boeotia?
You could take your a army with your boat back down once that battle is over.
Ugh.
Also, you have a 9k that's still just hanging out in Antonia.
Yeah, you told me to, like, barricade them.
No, I said it was a fortress, so you didn't have to defend it anymore.
I never
because
heard
they
that.
would have to break the fortress.
You said to, like, pop some people down here and then some behind them, just in case.
No, I said don't walk all the way around because then you'll get cut off. You had your guys pathing all the way back through their territory.
You were talking about putting people here and then cutting the force in half, putting them on here, and then putting some here to back them up in case someone came down. And stuff like that.
I was talking about taking all of the forces you have, you want to put one province over from each other so that they can always be quick to support. That's what I was saying. When
Yeah,
you have
that's what I was doing.
35k stacked, but you don't need to defend Antonia immediately because it's a fortress. So if they were to come for it, they would have to sit on it and retake the fortress, which they would do eventually, but it's not like one of these provinces where they'd flip it immediately. So I'm saying it's not as important to stand there.
Something about scorned families.
Do you have a position position that has an office that is empty.
Check that again.
Left side Laurels, and then the offices tab. Okay, do you have anybody that's not from a family there? Or
The yellow is missing 1, but everyone else has 4 out of 4.
I know what you can do. Right now you've taken territory, but you haven't put new governors on it. You can give somebody a governorship. So you see the yellow markers. There is one that is like a bust, a person's bust.
This one?
So this, oh, okay, it's your civic researcher actually. So, yeah, just swap put in a civic researcher. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, fuck.
So, now if you want, before they start running rampant all over your back lines here, you could peace out and just basically have taken what you've taken, which was most of this coast area. Or you could try to go, backpedal and take all of this territory after they take it in the south. But there's a bit of a pain in the ass to have 2 armies like running around just capping all your stuff, because that could swap the board score real quick. And of course, I can't be there in the board for some reason. But they're gonna gain a fair amount of war score if they're allowed to run around unchecked and capture stuff. Maybe you'll get down there with that 9K and be able to get it under control.
Fuck.
Well, that one's sitting on a fortress, so yeah, they all gotta be a step away because they had no round.
What's the fucking point of that? Jesus Christ.
Well, that's why you don't buy the mercenaries with 0 morale when you can go buy other mercenaries.
10,000 people right there. Do your jobs.
So there's a 3.5k stack that's down in Egypt you can grab.
What?
You can hire the 3.5k down in Egypt. It's at the up. Zoom in and up. Yeah, there. 3.5k stack to the right. To the right and down. Yeah. Okay, now you need to let them get some morale for a couple months, but then they can go chasing down this 2.5k. And the other guys are sitting on a fortress, so just leave them there. They'll just struggle with the fortress for months, and then you can send a little stack down, like your 9k when it comes in, to wipe them. The only one you really need to worry about now is that unless they move off the fortress, the only one you need to worry about is that 2.5k that's running around just capping all your stuff. And you're winning the battle up north.
I don't understand what this is.
Get some iron or some horses.
Nope, everyone declined me.
Well, yeah. Any of the well, you're trying to take from the red X, which says no, we won't give it to you. You take from the green. Get it from the green check.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what those mean.
That means they will accept the trade. Red X means bad. Green.
I thought it meant. I thought
good.
the check mark meant I'm already trading with them. Oh look, I lost everything.
Lost everything. No, you didn't lose everything.
Oh look, it's all gone.
Well, you can recap that in 2 seconds. You just need to. So, if you select the 3K that you just hired down south, Okay, there's an arrows, 3 arrows rotating button. Hit that. It's in the right side of the screen. There's 3 arrows rotating button.
Okay.
Okay, so now they will more quickly recover morale. They'll cost you more per month for a few months, but they'll recover morale very quickly. Anytime you need to recover your army that's been ravaged, you can do that. Oh, they've got Boyosha coming in from the right. That's great. That's just great. Okay. So yeah, in a couple months, they should hopefully quickly regain that. And you need to bring that 9k stat. So you've got the 9k on your boats. You need to bring them down to help out too, because they've got multiple armies running through your lands, and I can't help you. All I can do is give you money if you need money.
Okay, they're finally in the fucking boat.
No, don't go there. You could do that later. Right now you need to go save your territories. I would send them down somewhere in there. Because that's like your home core area.
Oh, and we lost.
You lost what? Oh, you lost a battle?
We lost the fortress I was defending.
Oh, no, you haven't lost it. See, it's still green. They're trying to take it. They're at negative 21%. If you have a strong army up there, go send it north. You know, it's not like it immediately flips. So before you use that 3.5k in combat, you need to stop using the arrows button, because that massively weakens your army. It just is there for recruit, recruit, recruit. Okay, now turn it off and go fight. Yeah. Can't import shit.
Fuck, what's happening?
Don't send your 2k out, it's gonna get crushed. They've got like, oh. Why are you attacking 6.5?
There's like a bunch of shit happening.
Where is your armies in this area that are halfway decent? You have 17k and it's, okay. They're off the siege, so you don't need the 17k up there anymore. And they ran away from you anyway. So you need to bring the 17k down to be your main fighting force. Because right now they're just hanging out on that fortress. And your 2Ks are getting their asses beat. but you're doing... Oh, shit.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you need to send your 17k south, your 2 groups south, and try to fight their stacks and force them away. You need to protect your 2k stack by moving it back, because it's just going to get wiped by their larger armies. You've got a 10 cohort legion there that's 5k stack that would probably do pretty good. Okay, if you no. Jeff, you've got guys on the left side of your country that are going through and just capping everything in western Egypt. You've got to send the larger stack to western Egypt to stop them. Look left. Look left of where you're looking. Look down. Left and down. More left and down.
Oh, I didn't see any of that.
They're just going through with a 2.5k and just capping each capital in turn. I would stop them if I was allowed in this war, but I... It's like having my hands tied behind my back and...
See what happens.
So once your 3k stack just recaps Thenios or whatever, which is the capital there, you can free it up to come in from the north and recap everything they've capped. But your 6k needs to go down and chase that 2k everywhere. Apparently I can only send you a set size of gift, which is 66 gold. So I'm just going to send you 66 gold now, we'll see. I'll probably be able to send you more.
Thank you.
Short. Okay, good. You're fighting them off in the north. That's great. And add. Handbrake.
Fucking shit, man.
Yeah. It's rough if you don't have fortresses and you have a lot of territory and they get behind you and you just have to constantly chase them. Hate that shit.
Renowned philosopher, blah blah blah, believes that the world will never be free of its evils until the kingdom of this world. The spirit and power of philosophy, this ship of the state must be kept only by men of wisdom. As one of the potential to learn the true virtues of a ruler under his diligent tutelage. Philosophos? Sure, whatever. Scorned families. Who is blue has been scorned or something.
Have you lost a researcher or a job person or your slots are filled there. Are your researchers all filled? And tech down at the bottom. The wheel. Do you have 4 researchers?
Looks like
Yes.
it.
Do you have any free governor slots? No. I don't know. And everybody's from a family?
Should be. They just
Uh,
were.
You might check your different province governors by going to like different provinces and seeing if they are from families. Maybe you became bigger and they required more slots. So click into any province, any random province. You've got this guy, he's not from a family, swap him out for one of the family. The 3 out of 4 there. You got a 3 out of 4 guy.
Where? Oh. It's out of place from the rest. Ah! Where did this 8K came from?
They're tough. I guess they basically kicked Macedon's ass, gave up to Thrace, and they're wrecking the Seleucids, and the Seleucids are doing just nothing useful. So they're actually doing pretty well. Usually they get destroyed, or they don't do very well. If you can just stabilize and get the territory back in Western Egypt,
Oh,
and
fuck.
maybe go take Crete, just keep even on that side. If you could just hold the line, basically, on the right, up in Syria, and recover your own territory. Okay, the 3K stack has reclaimed the capital there, so you need to move them to Abid and continue forward. Okay, unfortunately, you are strapped for money right now. I think to take the legacy of Alexander and get Alexander bloodline, you need like 1,000 gold.
Ptolemaios. I'm like reading and I'm not like. I'm like. It's like. What's the word? Like you're emptily reading and you're not absorbing.
Glazed over.
Lagos. Ptolemaeus' daughter's father is a noble son in the court of Philippus II, who was given the hand of the king's concubine and second cousin Arsinoe. This connection has already been used to hint that Ptolemaeus' true father was in fact Philippus, who conceived Arsinoe before Lagos' marriage to her and moved to the distant south from the throne. This would make Ptolemaeus a half-brother of Alexander the Great, with a direct claim to Macedon and the Lost Empire. That aside, Arsinoe reputedly descended from Alexander I of Macedon, sharing a grandfather with Philip and the two. It's like reading the Bible. And thus passing the royal blood of the Argead kings to Ptolemaeus in any case. While these have been little more than aggrandizing yarns thus far, Basileus Ptolemaeus could officially pronounce his birthright. Blood of the Argeads. Ptolemaeus first is the true heir of Philip. What am I supposed to do? No, it is the legates, whoever will be remembered for all time. Legatees.
So, what's the third option?
Ptolemaeus I is the true heir. Ptolemaeus' daughter gains blood of the Argeads. All direct descendants of Ptolemaeus gain blood of the Argeads. The family loses 100 prestige. The Ptolemaic king loses 200 political influence. Loses 644 gold. Loses 30 legitimacy. All Diadochi lose 50 opinion of Ptolemaic kingdom.
Hover over blood of the Argeads.
Martial.
Hover over this symbol.
Martial +1, prominence +20, attraction is 0 +5, heavy cavalry discipline +5%, monthly legitimacy +0.5, aggressive expansion impact -10.
Okay, the aggressive expansion impact is pretty huge, but I just don't think you can do it. Like, you only have 200 gold. You would go in the hole like -400 at this point, just because with all the struggles you've had in this war, you just don't have the money. But, you know, on another playthrough or whatever, you could do it. But basically what that does, the reason it costs so much and so forth, is it adds this bloodline to you that gives you, like, everything you take in the game will now be -10 aggressive expansion. So it helps you expand much more easily. But you know, there are other texts to do that, so it's not the biggest thing. And you'll have 3 or 4 at least bloodlines, which is already. So I would just do something that keeps you stable. Because I can send you some. I send you like 60 something at a time.
Hey, let's see what happens with this mess.
A gold a turn. Okay, so basically, as long as you can control your own territory here in left Egypt, you need to send that 3k stack. Well, whatever. You need to reclaim control of Western Egypt. That's like the most important thing, I think, because otherwise you'll just constantly fight them in the northeast, and they'll cap a bunch of your stuff, and then you'll be like in a bad position in the war. But if you can just like hold in the east and recap and recontrol your main empire, then we could always do another war later on, and I can help you with that war because we'll be able to declare it together. And by then I'll be like 1,000 pops or more.
Our troops flee in abject terror before the might of our foes. Nereves Samid believes that they have a better chance to escape and rally if he leads a diversionary charge against our foe. Dare we let him? Nereves is more important than a bunch of common soldiers. Gains coward.
Do you care about this guy?
Not really, but I don't know who he is.
You can. That's Ptolemy. It's the other guy. Who's it? He's the governor of Lower Nubia. And is he part of one of your major families? It doesn't look like it. So, I mean, you could just let him die and then replace him with somebody from a family.
It's the right thing to do.
But then you want to make sure you do replace him. So you'll get that bust in the upper left. If you click on it, it should like take you to the province. And now you need to, the question mark on the left, you need to replace him with somebody, probably somebody from a family if you can. Somebody loyal if you can. And maybe somebody with a decent military rating. The helmet, because the guy on top there is from a family, but he's only got 1 military. And since that guy's going to control your levies from his territory, you want somebody with decent military if you can. It's from a family. Can you scroll down? Is there anybody?
Artemidotos Theronitis.
I can't see because your big head is in the way. So that guy's at least a 5 military. Anyway, I can't see these guys' military rating because you've got a big window. So the best guy I'm seeing towards the top of the list that's in a family is this Artemidotus Theronitis, but you find somebody with a high military.
Where am I? Fuck.
If you have a mercenary company over there that's just been through tons of wars and is just like very weak, low morale, all this stuff, you know, they're running out of people, you could always just like fire them and hire a fresh mercenary company, and it'll cost you that 100 gold initially, but then you'll have like a 15 stack instead of like a shattered 3.5 stack, right? Or something like that.
I don't know how I would check that.
So towards the top of your military guys, there's a 3.9K stack. Can you see that one?
Yeah.
And when I hover over it, it says there's 30 cohorts there. Hover over the number. There's 30 cohorts, but there's only 3.9K. If you click on it, that's a mercenary company. Can you click? Yeah. And hover over the number of guys you have, 39, whatever, on the left. The muscle arm. Can you hover over the number by the muscle arm? Okay. So okay, so you have a massive amount of cohorts here. It's probably your 15K stack, but they're down to 4K. So I would either withdraw them and use the triple arrows to have them refresh in your own territory for a while, or just kick them entirely and buy a new merc stack. And I'll send you whatever money I can to keep you afloat. If you want to fire them, because it's going to cost a bunch of money to reorganize for many months, and they'll be out of the fight. If you scroll in a little bit, or wheel in, yeah, you can see what merc stack. So maybe like that 11K would be a good replacement. You see? There's an 11K on the left.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would hit the X, which is on the left side of your mercenaries window, and the left side, in the middle. Yeah. So you'll disband it. That will free you up a merc slot. You can use that merc slot on the 11K, and I should be able to send you probably at least another couple hundred gold, although I was in the middle of starting a war and I've already bought my mercenaries.
Okay.
Okay. So now they have 0 morale. Remember, you need to spend a couple months with the the arrows to refresh their morale a bit before you just send them into combat, or they'll get crushed immediately like the last guys were.
Can they be moving while they do that?
I don't know if it works that way. I think it does, but it's not supposed to. But I would be careful how close you move them, because even if they regain fast, by the time they get to Damascus, the other guys could be there and still kick their ass at 50% morale. So maybe just kind of leave them there for a month or two, and then bring them forward. But how's it going in the left part of your country? Because you got 3 stacks running around.
Disaster.
You really need a lockdown.
Like, there's not really much I can do.
Well,
There's 3Ks on
where
this
are your
way,
armies
back
going?
this way. My army tried to catch him, but he like zoomed over here. So I don't know where to send them to intercept properly.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. I mean, worst case scenario, if you want, you could declare peace right now. They haven't taken territories in the middle of your kingdom, so you can still go north and south through your kingdom, which is good. And then we can come back through another war where I can help you against them. But they might be really powerful if they beat you, take a bunch of territory, and then easily wipe the Seleucids, and they've already wiped Macedon, basically. Let me check something. Okay, they're pieced out with Macedon too, so like it's not even like they're fighting Macedon. Are they pieced out with the Seleucids? They're pieced out with the Seleucids. So literally, that's why you're struggling, because they've pieced out all their other opponents. It's up to you. Do you want to keep trying to fight this, or do you want to like try to piece out and reorganize, and then have me help you in a future war? Because if it was me, I would keep fighting, and I would, try to track all these things down. But maybe that's not. I mean, like as your first game out or something. It would be nice though if you could just get a little stack over to Crete and pop the island, because it's so easy to do. Like you just need one little stack to drop on that capital. It's not even fortified, so you would just need to take it to 100%, and then boom, the island flips to you guys, and it's like, I don't know, 100 pops or something. There are, yeah, almost 100 pops there that you could immediately flip. Well, why don't we do a save? How about that?
Hold on. What if I...
I think my main concern is that
Well, they're heading
you've only
there
got
to recover.
2 stacks checking. You've only got 2 stacks trying to track down 3 of their stacks, which means like you're always kind of screwed down in Egypt until you get 3 stacks to chase their 3 stacks.
Well, I didn't even know there was a third. I thought there was only one. And
Yeah,
I sent
well,
2
they
after
started
them,
with
and
1
then
or
2 more
2, and
popped
then
up, and
another
I'm
one
like,
came
I
back.
don't know how to keep a handle on any of this.
Yeah. But I'm like, how do we lock them down in your territory? Because you've only got 2 stacks there. Like, you'd have to catch one and kick its ass, and then you could only have to fight
Well,
2.
I have them heading to Memphis to, like, maybe head them off.
You got 3.9k. I don't know why your cohort is taking such attrition, or like, did it get in a fight? It was like a 6k. 5 or 6k. Is there a fast move? Like,
You would know.
let me see. Take a look at mine. Oh, you have to have an invention called Quick March. But then, like, yeah, it's an invention.
I'm unpausing.
Well, do you want to keep fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I lose, I lose.
You know, this would be a fucking terrible idea, probably. I could go to war with the Antigonids separately. I would have to fight all of their motherfucking guys. And I have no claim on them, so I would lose 25 stability. But bad. And I did just raise mercs. How about I just come up and try to kill them in a separate war, and then we cross our fingers that they will piece me out once. Alright, let's do it. I'll do separate war. I think that's the only answer here. I'm gonna send 5 stacks up. Okay, I can stop reorganizing.
Are you even doing? What are you even doing down here?
Well, I was about to start a war that's part of my, like, I have claims to all this land below me on the left, and I was about to fight 4 different nations at once with 5 stacks. I just raised 2 mercs before I needed to start helping you out. But I'll just derail that plan for now. Send them all north.
Only if
and
you really
crush
want
those little
to.
2k stacks. And you've given me, but no point in declaring war on them until I can even get my army up there. You've given me military access, right? I'm gonna ask you for military access. Say yes for military access.
Oh my god! Fuck! There's so many notifications on this.
Hopefully, you're gonna have to recap the territory, but I could kill their stacks.
Fuck! This is not going well.
Well, I'll be able to send you 30 or more K up there, and I'll know what I'm doing probably a bit better. I'm losing 8 a turn, but I have 400. You're losing 16 a turn? How are you losing 16 a turn? Yeah, if you don't need to reorganize, leave it off because oh yeah, that's why you were losing so much a turn. Here, I'll send you another 60 something.
Oh, we killed somebody. Thank you for the money.
Problem is that they just like they don't have any more enemies. They were in the war long enough and survived long enough that they pieced everybody else out and took territory.
Okay, well, Ptolemaeus I, Soter Legates, has learned some small lessons from his year of philosophical tutelage under Theocritus Nicodemid. It is clear that he is not the stuff of philosopher kings. Theocritus Nico is not entirely dissuaded, however, and would agree to remain in Ptolemaic Kingdom in exchange for the patronage of his work. I don't have the fucking money for this.
Yeah, don't do it then.
Moves to Eretria. Bye. Go back to Eretria.
Oh, there are ways you can get a little bit more money, but it can be a little destabilizing. You're missing a researcher. Oh, you're about to knock out one of the stacks.
Hopefully. He has like another
well, you're about
one
to enter a fight.
But this is the most concerning part. They're just like retaking shit. What is
It's
going
a
on here?
4.3k stack. It's not very big.
What is this? Titles unassigned. Philosophos.
Somebody from a house.
Here we go. Jesus. Okay, you there in the ship. Go take.
11, just then have the 11k go mulch him.
We are victorious. Okay, you. They're retreating. Victorious, victorious.
Okay, so can you recap your capitals now? Southwest. Yeah, you'll kick their ass there. That 2k would be perfect for the fleet.
I already sent the fleet, I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, why don't we double check? Just send them to the sea lane next to the island. Don't. Yeah. Now we'll unpause it just long enough for you to get there.
Okay, they're dead. Or they're not dead, but they're...
Okay. Now, I'm pausing it. You want to go over to your fleet. You get the chance.
Okay.
And you see how there's two numbers. The 70, that's the fleet, and there's the 4,000 something.
Yeah.
Just click on the number 4,000. So now you've selected the army, not the fleet, and right-click on the Salamis, whatever.
Okay.
There you go. So now they're moving there. Oh, they have a fort now. In my playthrough, they didn't have a fort. Well, you'll have to sit there long enough to take it, but there shouldn't be anything else on the island. I doubt they would be able to come and knock you off. So how are you doing down in Egypt?
I have them going to this pillar.
Yeah, those are the capitals, the regional capitals. So you just want to retake those regional capitals, and that'll flip the entire province. All right, all in pause. You're about to have a fight up north, but it's only 900 and something guys. You should win it.
I have 4K. I have 4K sitting there, so
It should win against the 9,000. I don't know what else they're doing over there.
they're suing for peace again. I don't know where to send them.
You've got another regional capital behind you. You should retake in Egypt.
Oh, I see it.
Wow, it's gonna take me so long to get up there. This was about the most inefficient use of our money. By the time I get my mercenaries back up, my to your area and all the way up north and fight with them.
Oh my god, they defeated us? A 5k showed up. Bastard. God damn it.
Well, now at least they have to deal with the siege.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll take them a while.
The sacking of Ptolemaeus Euergetus. The enemy fleeing is...
Use the eyeball.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Is it? Oh, you sacked it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not like one of your turns.
Okay. Every 5 seconds. Antigonos' death has, combined with recent setbacks, fractured the stability of the Cyclops' kingdom. However, his heir and co-king Demetrios has vowed to hold the kingdom together despite the defection of local governments to neighboring Diadochi and crumbling support in his remaining holding. Taking advantage of the distraction, our forces have seized control of the long-disputed island of Cyprus and Palestinian hinterland, which Antigonos so stubbornly defended from our advances. Let them run.
So I guess something about the main leaders. Okay, so it flipped the island to you.
My Basilius. White peace with Antigonid Kingdom, Boeotia. What's white peace? Byzantian.
So, I think what happened is there is basically a script in the game where if the Antigonid leader dies, or something where they're not doing well, they some of their lands get given up and they basically get wrecked. And what happened was some combination of him dying and or them fighting these long, exhausting wars has caused them to break up. So you know how they had kind of won against the Seleucids and they had taken territory all the way out east. Now Seleucids have been given all of this territory and they're almost up to Antigonia. You see? On the east, the blue, you gotta flip to the other. You can say okay, it doesn't matter. The event's gone. Go back to the political map mode. So, see how blue has expanded to the west? The blue in the east, Seleucids, the teal.
Oh yeah.
So they used to, Antigonids had forced them all the way back to like Babylon. But now, because of this event, Seleucids gained a bunch of territory to the west, and I think you were given some of your own territory back in Egypt.
I was.
Because they wanted to give you territory, but you had lost so much in Egypt. So unfortunately, it could be better for you, but they are now much weaker. So now the amount of pops they have is 1,300, but they have a bunch of little guys. So now I guess I'll turn my mercenaries all the way back around again.
What about these guys? What does this mean? Unit is exiled. This unit is in exile and heading to safer land. During exile, the unit will be unable to engage in combat or siege any territory. Okay. So should
It's referred to as being black flagged, and it just means that you have to take a unit back to your territory, or else it can't engage in combat. It can't do anything. You could like try to tell it go take a territory, but it'll just sit there. It won't do anything. It won't fight. And I think even if it fights it runs into an enemy army, it won't be involved. So you now have 2,400 pops, whereas you started the game with like 1,800 or so, 17, 1,800. So you have expanded, despite all of this struggle. And the Antigonids are now down to 1,300. 13, 14.
It says I have a decision.
Well, you're on an ad right now, but I can help you out when the ad is done. It probably has to do with Cyprus. Is it a Cyprus decision?
It said there was a leader lacking in that, so I assigned someone.
Oh, give me 2 seconds for the ad to finish.
Macedonian Hellenic. Monthly tyranny, -0.05.
Okay. Install King of Saloy. Yeah, so that is related to Cyprus. So, it's up to you. You could keep Cyprus, but I don't think it's really, let's see. It is Cypriot, and it is Hellenic. So it is your same religion, but it's not your same culture. So you can go ahead and do that, or click on it, and it'll give you more information. Click on the words install King of Saloy, and now it'll tell you something about that. Our attempts to control the island of Cyprus were foiled by Antigonus. And you can say enact, and then it'll give you 3 choices, I believe, about how you want to handle the island.
Enact. Eunostus of Saloy. Our attempts to control the island of Cyprus were foiled by Antigonus the One-Eyed, but the old city-state of our pasicrated allies may be resurrected, a kindness that will no doubt be generously rewarded. Ptolemaeus I Soter Legates married his daughter Eirene to Eunostos, the first pastorkid king of Saloy. This alliance gives us the opportunity to restore the family's lands under the claimant Eunostos without fear of his loyalties. Eunostos will be granted Saloy Caprii as our feudatory Ptolemaic kingdom gains 5197, 50 monies. And Eunostos will be granted Cyprus as our client state. Ptolemaic gains 155 monies. A ridiculous idea. Loses 15 loyalty.
So the most important part is what it creates. Either I think the bottom one's probably like you keep the whole island to yourself. But then the other 2, the top one is they will be granted Saloy Caprii as a feudatory. So I think that just gives him a city. You keep everything except for he keeps a city, and that becomes your feudatory, which is a form of subject. Or the second option means he gains the whole island, but he becomes a client state, which is another type of subject. I think you get more money. So feudatory does not take a diplomatic slot, where a client state does. But client state I think is like a little bit better in terms of like the sort of use you get out of him as a subject, but it requires a diplo slot. So it means like, maybe you have 3 total or 4 total diplo slots, and you can only have that many friends,
Okay.
Allies or subjects. So it's really up to you whether you want just a really dinky one city feudatory which doesn't take your diplo slot, and then you would control most of the island, or directly, or you could give him the whole island and have him be a client state. The advantage of that might be that you have one ally running around in wars that'll fight for you that you don't have to control, since sometimes you're fighting these wars and trying to fight on all these different fronts.
Yeah.
So up to you, really. You could keep the whole thing, give him a city, or give him the whole island.
Make him a client state. Give me that cash.
All right.
Ptolemaic Kingdom as wisely enacted. Install King of Saloy. Our attempts to control. Okay. Black Flag. Exile. Following armies are exiled in foreign territory and need to get back home before they can fight again. Oh. Okay. Get back on the boat. Okay, these assholes are trying to take this.
You're at peace now with them. The event.
Oh yeah,
set
he's
piece.
exiled. Okay, so what?
Yeah, he's
okay.
exiled. He can't do anything.
So should I unpause
You don't
it?
have to worry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I so much for my going to war with them. I will go all the way back down again
Yes.
and do my war. I'm not sending you any more money.
So what do we do now that the war is over?
Now I can finally start my war without worrying about constantly watching out for your war.
Do you need help? Now that might.
No, I've got about 450 left. I'm losing 9 a month, but that's just because I
Oh.
have 2 merc stacks up.
Crisis in the Antigonid Kingdom.
Oh, poor
The
babies.
recent death of the Antigonid ruler has caused a great deal of political disturbance in their country. Eager to take advantage of the situation, numerous lackeys, pretenders, and legitimate claimants to the throne have risen up to bear arms against their newly crowned Basilius Demetrios I Piliorkites Antigonid. As the nation of Antigonid Kingdom is of interest to us, it might be that we can exert certain influences over the more rowdy pretenders in the hope of plunging their nation into further turmoil. Let us hope they fall to chaos. Pretenders in Antigonid Kingdom can now be supported with a new character interaction. That sounds fun. Does that?
Alright.
Can I actually do something about that, or?
If you want, I could help walk you through some of that. I think I never really deal with that, but it is an option. So if we look at Antigonids,
I'm putting my 10,000 on the border just in case. Just to get ready, in case I need to start marching.
pretenders to the throne. I'm trying to find where you can see their pretenders to the throne, or their. Covert actions, support rebels. Well, I'm glad I didn't declare war on them right before you declared peace.
Yeah,
and
that
then
would have
I had
been.
to fight them. Maybe they would be totally exhausted at this point, but it wouldn't have done you much good.
Oh, it's paused. Did you pause that, or did I? Is that?
I paused
Okay,
it just
okay,
because I was
okay.
gonna look and see if there was a way to find their pretenders, but I don't really see. Could be that they have like a provincial governor that could become disloyal, maybe. They have somebody in Assyria? No, they don't have Assyria. Cilicia, maybe? Where's their new capital? Okay, so this guy's a governor. He's not very loyal. Okay, so if you want to... We could both try to do this if you want. But apparently it costs aggressive expansion. So it depends whether you want to take on additional aggressive expansion just to try to fuck with them.
I mean, why not?
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do it too. And I think the game probably doesn't expect you both to be doing it at the same time. So it's probably going to be pretty effective. So if you look at how can I describe this to you? So if you go to Antigonia that you've just taken, and then we go north and west from there, there'd be a province.
North and west.
From Antigonia, just go to Antigonia first.
Where's Antigonia?
That's the big capital you just took. Remember where they had a fortress and they were constantly fighting over it?
Oh, is that I've had their origin state for this whole time?
You've had their capital. Yeah, that was the.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
That's why I was saying you didn't have to defend it all the time because it had a fortress because it was the capital. Anyway.
I thought their like main thing was like over here somewhere. No, I had their capital the whole time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's another reason why I was like, are you sure you want to do looting? Be gentle? Didn't you want to crush them? Anyway. So if you go northwest, there's a territory. It's the province of Cilicia Pedias. It's kind of in that U-shaped depression area or whatever. Just click on one of the territories in that area. You can click on Saloy, that's fine. Any of those, just click on one. There you go. Okay. See how it says province of Cilicia Trachaea?
Yeah.
Okay. See the guy who leads that?
Yeah.
He is not the leader of the nation. He is a province leader, and he leads the entire region of Cilicia.
Okay.
He's the governor of Cilicia. So, if you click on him, you can inspire disloyalty. He has 41 loyalty now, which makes him barely loyal. But you could inspire disloyalty. And I could inspire disloyalty. Oh, I can't, because you just did. It won't let me do it.
Oh, damn.
Boo. So now he's got 21 loyalty. So I don't know if you can eventually. Oh, there's an entice governor option. If your gold is greater than 200, you can pay 20 aggressive expansion and 25 political power. Give your leader, I guess, gives him 200 gold, and he moves to Kush. Provinces adjacent to our country with less than 50 province loyalty governed by him will be annexed. So you could manage to annex provinces, but you have to make sure they've got low province loyalty and get him to defect by paying him 200 or something like that.
Not sure I want to do that much.
Yeah, so it's a somewhat involved process, but it's there if you want to fuck with it.
That's cool.
I've actually never done that, so I just go the military route. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to unpause. And I'm going to finally do this war. Swear.
Enjoy your war.
Yeah. If I get in trouble, I'll call you.
Okay, I have like 6k troops here now.
Oh, that's another thing I was going to say. Any mercenaries you have, you should disband. Because you're still losing money. So we can pause real quick if you want.
Disband.
You will have, on the right side, you've got a list of all your military forces. There's a black section with a list. You can easily just see your mercenaries at the top there.
Alright, I lost 10,000 men. That's fine.
And then you want to go to your military tab on the left.
Okay.
You want to disband all levies at the top.
Disband all levies.
Until you disband all levies, while your levies are up, you're kind of... They basically count as your loyal cultural population. So while they're up, I think it really reduces your research speed and other things. So once you don't need them anymore, you should get rid of your levies.
Okay.
All right. So now, if we wait till the next month tick, you should discover you're making a bunch of money because you now are not holding work stacks or levies. The only thing that you have up now should be. Okay, you've got one more levy you need to disband. It wasn't disbanded because it was on the ship. So you need to bring that guy in and then disband him. But after that, the only thing left will be your taxes, which will be your one legion. You've got a small legion that you're not paying a whole lot for.
Okay, so I go to military. Can't do disband all levies. Oh, there's another one. Didn't you go to?
Oh, okay, so
go.
that's the tax. That's the taxes.
Disband all levies. There.
So when that legion recovers, it'll be back to 5k. And while it's recovering, it may cost you some money.
The rise of Pergamon. In the Kadak finding over Asia, a new realm has been established by the Attalid family, nobles formerly in the service of the Antigonids, based around Pergamon and Mycia Superioris. It seems their presence has been sanctioned by Lysimachus I, Alchemachid of Thrace, whom the Attalid family are known. Okay, Pergamon, eh?
I've got another way you can save.
Oh, I'm being invaded.
Money if you want. Being invaded by what?
By the Greys, Nabatea.
Well, is that your territory?
That's not my territory.
Yeah, they're not at war with you. It's.
Oh, that's someone. Oh, okay. That little That's someone else? Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. Do what you
So
want with them.
it is Nabatean Revolt is fighting Nabatea.
Okay, okay. You that's your business. That's their business.
So I've got another way you can save money if you want, and it would probably help you out a fair amount. You want to take your fleet, put it somewhere safe. You know, maybe in a port that has a fortress like Gaza in the lower right side there. That's got a port, and it's also where you've been building up all his floors. Yeah, right there. Then once you move your fleet down, or you could just do it right now since you're not fighting anybody, you go to the left, all your tabs, the third one down, economy. It's like a bag with money. This allows you to toggle your various maintenances. You have fleet maintenance at normal. You could put it to low. They'll lose 80% of their morale, but it'll also cost you only half as much to keep them up. So you'll save 4 ducats a month.
Uh-huh.
Now, 80% less morale isn't great, but if you're not at war with anybody, you're not fighting anybody, it doesn't matter at all. So that will save you 4 ducats a month if you do that.
Okay.
All right? Do you want to do that, or are you holding off?
You had it. I'm waiting for them to move. You said to wait when they're done moving.
You don't have to wait until. So now instead of 8, you're paying 4, basically. And then you just want to make sure that when you go to war again, you remember, if you use your fleet, to put maintenance back up before you go fight. Go to war. So we save the game.
So it says I have a military tradition. I can afford another military tradition. Should I do something about that?
Just saving the game quick.
Hold on. There has been a lot of work to prepare city games in our capital, Alexandria. With only a few days left before it starts, they have started looking to us for some aid in financially supporting them, so it could be even grander than originally planned. If we assist them, we are sure to gain some fame among the general populace. Sure. Make the people happy. Okay. So it says I can do a new tradition.
So now you're making 12.5 per turn. So depending on your culture and whatever all, you'll have some of these unlocked. Right now you have these 2 Greek traditions that you could pick from, and this Levantine or Levantine kingdom traditions. I don't know if there's any others in this list, but you've got a mix of like Egyptian and Greek ones that you can pick from. Each of these, if you click on it, will have a tree, and you can go down that tree over time to get different bonuses.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry too much about what's better or not right now, but you know, many of these things are pretty good. You've got for the first Greek tree, that's a pretty decent one there. The minus 15% mercenary cost, because if you're gonna have a fair amount of money, then you're gonna have mercs up constantly. That might save you a lot of money. There's the Levantine traditions. There's a something that looked interesting there.
Trained camelry. Desert
so
sands.
right now your levies are largely composed of camels. The hostile attrition +1 is pretty useful because then they'll constantly take attrition in your territories, and you have a lot of territory. So, up to you. I would say, in my opinion, the Merc one's probably slightly better than the others,
Mm-hmm.
but you can go any direction really. And if you want, you can look down the other trees and see what does that lead into.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Arms for hire effect. Morale of armies +5. Recruit mercenary cost -15%. The following effects will be applied. A Macedonian freeman appears in Apollyon Palestinius, Luke Acte, and Alexandria. The Diadochi, despite or perhaps due to their fractious picturing, are possessed of wealth beyond the dreams of most nascent monarchs. As such, mercenary cohorts are often available in the regions around these Greek despots. You were going to start a war?
yes.
I'm excited for the fireworks.
I think I was taking attrition to my elephants because I wasn't trading in elephants. I don't know if... I think I get derailed and I'm still not trading in elephants.
Can't wait for the war to begin.
I don't know where my capital is, honestly. Where the hell is my capital? How is my capital down in Moreau? I guess it must have been... No, I have +2 elephants. Why the hell? I just saved it. Unpause. Attack.
There they go. The troops are moving. The board is set. The pieces are moving.
Do you want me to call you in or not? I'm not gonna call you in actually because you need to recover and make some money and stuff like that. Take a loot.
The war begins.
Oh man, I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna go take Bum in the north. Yeah, that's right. Their capital is called Bum.
Bumfuck nowhere.
No, the north of the territories I'm taking, not the north of my territories.
Bumfuck nowhere. Oh, it is called Bum.
I told you it was called Bum.
I thought it would be like BHUM or something, but it's just Bum. Ooh, the battle begins! Oh, you're just... okay. Everyone's taking shit.
I'm just trying to kind of like spread out. If they come in any direction, I can try to stop them. And I gotta wait for all these sieges to happen. I've got 3 sieges at the same time.
Yeah.
They're sneaking one guy out in the south. 1,000 troops in the south.
I see that.
Taking a loot in the north, which is my war goal.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some tea.
Hmm.
You can continue your fighting to the enjoyment of any viewers that are here.
I'll watch your screen. If I see anything super important, I'll pause.
Okay, I'll be back.
Ooh, National Commerce. Probably gonna lose that fight.
turn.
Oh, somebody attacked you. The Seleucids attacked you, I swear.
Uh-oh. Ooh, look at all this. This is fun to look at. Utter chaos.
I got overambitious and got attacked, but that's fine.
We are
we lost like 1,000.
The Hellenistic local power of Argos. My Basileus, we are urged to discover that the Hellenistic local power of Argos has cancelled the generously given right to military access they have been given by us. Although we should really have beaten them to home. That means the Hellenistic region of Macedon has cancelled their generously given right to military they have been given. Okay. Does that mean they're gonna fight me or something?
No, so if you give somebody military access through your territory, and then they decide not to have it anymore, you'll just get a message of that. It doesn't really mean much. Okay, I won that battle.
My money is rising again.
Stupid hug box. Oh man, I gotta send in more troops. How am I losing? I have 10,000, they have 7,000. Flee, you fools. Really?
Oh shit.
We lost. How did we lose? We had way more troops. That's annoying. Oh, okay, now they're gonna attack me.
It says I have an omen.
Shit.
Supplies shortage. Fun. Just enjoying watching your war play out.
I'm getting my ass kicked, but I've also taken 2 sieges. I think. There, pop that one.
Look at that! All the territories are flipping. That's fun.
Yeah, you can do an assault, but you have to be careful because your infantry can just get slaughtered. So retreat it here. Let them try to besiege it until I get all my troops together.
What happens to troops if you like completely annihilate another nation? Just like they have no territory anymore.
I think the troops should disappear. In Europa Universalis, I believe they become rebels.
Huh.
And once you defeat the rebels, they're basically just gone. But in this, I think they just disappear. So he's gonna try to retake this fortress.
Fascinating.
I can't believe they're beating some of my troops. Irritating.
I noticed that. Getting your ass beat by weaker opponents.
You gotta be good at something.
Weary of war. Long periods of conflict can have a significant effect on soldiers, and the weariness of our own troops is growing day by day. What troops? I've sent them all home. The forces commanded by Ptolemaeus Kyraunos Legates is taking the situation particularly badly, grumbling and cursing with fights breaking out regularly. Perhaps there's something we can do to help? Remind him what happens to disloyal troops. Discipline, army morale recovery 10, loses popularity. Hand out a small bonus. I'm not giving you money. War tries us all. We put our trust in Ptolemaeus. Morale of armies minus 5% for 24 months. I don't have any, so can I take that?
You're not probably gonna fight in 24 months, so it probably doesn't matter much to you.
Because I have no armies. I'm like, you're all at home. Who's complaining? You physically don't exist.
The only real threat to you at this moment is probably Seleucids, but the Seleucids don't even have connection to your territory because there's this Antigonid swath of territory between the two. So they would be very unlikely to attack you. And you're probably even as big as they are, 25. You're just barely smaller than them. So I don't really think you have much of a threat. It's better to be saving your money anyway, because then when you're ready for, when you have a war, you can hire some mercs. So, if you are bored and decide you want to accomplish something specific, don't forget you got that mission tree in the lower left, and you can look and see what are those missions now that you don't have to struggle through that war.
Well,
You're probably going to be starting to make money hand over fist.
Well, I was I was looking at these territories because of that. But one of them wants me to own like the beach here. Hold on, Tizadon. I need Tizadon. I just need Tizadon, really. I don't know how to get these.
Where's the one on the right say?
Phoenician sailors.
Mission on the right.
I need Gebel and
They want you to take
Arwood.
the other two.
So yeah.
So basically, just you need to take them all.
Hold on, there's like 1,000.
And I think they're hug boxed. Let me see. Okay, he is a. Interesting. They're all still vassals of Antigonids. So, let's see if I were to declare war.
My ruler is dying. Or he says he may not have much time left. He gains diphtheria.
Diphtheria. The main... I think they would give you this message no matter who was your ruler, but in this case, the important thing about that is that he is your last person involved in the Macedonian Diadochi Wars. So once he dies, you won't have the ability to do those wars with Antigonids where the land immediately flips. If you had played a bunch of this games, that might matter to you, but since you're kind of new to the game, that might be helpful to you, honestly, because then you don't have guys getting behind your territory and suddenly flipping all these provinces of yours.
How sad. Specific advances. Basilis the 3 effect. Population capacity plus 1%. Global monthly food modifier plus 1%. Our administrators expanded through the implement of one free innovation. You can afford a new invention. I don't even know what to get.
Time machine. Oh. Well. You've got a lot of territory. You've got a lot of territory that's not your culture, and it might not be your religion. Along the coast there that you've taken from the Antigonids. It might be nice for you to go, what is it, civic? Or religious, probably religious. Which is the last of the 4. And if you go down the left path, you will eventually see like anything that looks like a guy that's like holding up his arms and like proselytizing people.
Ban witchcraft.
Yeah. Formulaic worship, I think, is one of the ones to try to hit, and prescribed canon is above that, like four or five above that. And that one is also one to get. I believe prescribed. Let me look at my text because it's hard to see yours. Prescribed canon. It unlocks policy conversion laws. So once you do that, you can enact a law that fast converts them to your religion, or a law that fast converts them to your culture. So that's really helpful for now that you want to try to convert these people that you've conquered. And then if you keep going down the list, ban witchcraft plus 5% pop conversion speed, that's not much, but once you get to formulaic worship, the plus 0.5 pop conversion speed and 15% pop conversion speed is huge. So I would aim to go down that path if you want to bring them into line. Once they're a part of you, then they act as levies. I think they're in various ways more contributing to your society, and they'll stay happier. They won't try to uprise, really.
Uh-oh. Pops are dying in the following territories. Not really sure what to do about that.
Where territory? Okay, so sometimes you get these territories where, like, for some reason either the game starts you with it, or somehow you end up with just one or two little areas in a province, and that's what you've got here. You've got like a Brack maybe is your only one in that entire province, and everything else is owned by Blamia or whoever that is.
Yeah.
You have a Brack and Ilea. Okay, so you have two of those. Neither of those provinces produces food, so that is the problem. You can solve this in kind of one of two ways that I know of. Either, you remember how there are these 4 buttons, the muscular guy on the left, the pot, etc.? You can either add a trade route there, and you probably have at least one free trade. Do you have one free? Yeah, you have one free. You could go to the pot button, and you could add a trade route, and then you could use that trade route to import grain, and that would help bring the food up. But right now you have 0 grain, so you can do it if you want. I forgot I'm in a war. I just had like either I killed 2k or 2k of money. So then 6 months from now you'll be able to import grain, and you want to have the problem. But right now your population is still starving. So the other way to do it is to move people out of this province. So you have 9 people in Ileka, whatever the heck it is. So you could go to one of the territories in the bordering province, either Hydramentum, whatever it is, Palion, or Bereniki Troglodyte, whatever. And if you click on one of those cities, and then you look at their population in the lower right, you say View Pops Info. First tab on the left of the pops, View Pops Info, and then you can say Move Pop here. And once you hit that button, you can move people from different areas. Now you want to move them from Ileka, and just move as many pops as you can from Ileka. Just leave a couple, maybe leave 2. And that, because if you completely depopulate a territory, it becomes empty, and then anybody can go colonize it. So you always want to leave maybe a couple pops there just in case. But by moving most of the pops out, that lowers the food demands drastically. So you're probably going to make money, or make food next turn by doing that. You won't have problem. And then once you get that trade route established, you can also bring in food, so you won't have a problem in the future. So now we just wait for the turn tick to go. So I'm gonna go till the 31st, or the 1st.
How does your war progress?
And now that the month tick is flipped, one sec here. Okay, now you're still losing just a tiny bit. So you could move guys from a Brack to Ileka, and then from Ileka to Bereniki, or you could move down to like 1 pop in Ileka.
Well, the problem now is a Brack, but they didn't give me an option to move people away.
Yeah, what you can do is you can go to Ileka and say View Pops Info Move Pops, and then you can move them from a Brack to Ileka. And then once they're in Ileka, then you can go to Bereniki and move them from Ileka to Bereniki. Usually you can move pops anywhere in the same province, or else you need to move them to a border and then move them over the border.
Okay, how does your war go?
Fine, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. We're almost done with another siege. I think I'm just gonna assault it, because they're mercenaries anyway.
Supply shortage. Omen power plus 1%.
So I'm gonna cover my south with 2 stacks. Gaza stacks. Get more food.
Open religion.
Is that like open sesame?
Yeah.
I've got a level 2 fort somehow. I mean, you're like 45 population. Calm down on the forts, dude. Another thing you can do to make even more money is delete some of the excess forts that you have gained by taking all this new territory. You probably don't need all the forts that you've conquered. And remember how your mission had you build 3 forts in Gaza? You probably don't need 3 forts in Gaza. To accomplish the mission, you could delete like 2 or something.
Researcher needed. Oratory advances.
Yeah, just pick somebody high with a family. Minor thing, but your fleet is still sitting in the water. You probably want to move them into the port.
How do I just click on the port?
Yeah, right-click the port like you would right-click a military army to go anywhere. Into the province. You're clicking off the edge of the province.
Clicking on the port.
Yeah, which is in the water. You gotta click into the...
You said, first word you said was port, so that's why I clicked on the port.
Understandable. Oh, they came and beat me up.
Oh no. Do you need me to mobilize troops?
No, I'm good. We're doing fine.
Okay,
I'm
lots of stripes.
paying more attention to what you're doing than I am to my own wars.
I see lots of stripes. I'm enjoying the stripes.
I'm liking stripes. I'm doing more stripes, you know. Okay, Levy of Lower Nubia, go show me what you're made of. 2, 1. There we go.
Look at all those turn markers.
Level 2 fort has been assaulted.
Dun 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 dun. So many stripes. So why is it stripes? Oh, because it's not like the war I was in was the one you were saying that you could just flip the territory.
Yes, your war was special.
Yeah,
That's,
so this is what...
Usually this is how you have to do it.
Okay. Speech of a successor. As the ruler of one of the true successors of the great empire of Alexander, Ptolemy Soter Legates steps up on a podium in front of our countrymen in court to deliver an inspiring speech. He brings up the many empowering properties of the old conqueror, but he decides to bring up one topic in particular. The great campaigns. I gained 5,000... Is that population? Yeah. Many of the systems...
That is not population, that is manpower. You can see it at the top, the second thing over, and that's how many troops you have to replace troops that die.
Many of the systems Alexander put into place. I gained 98 money. Bringing together people from all across the known world, I get 15 political influence. His deification. Gains 6 stability. Well, stability is the thing I'm losing slowly, so should I get stability?
Your stability is fine, but stability is useful to get. What are your other options?
15 political influence, 98 money, or 5,000 manpower.
I would say you don't need manpower. You get 42,000 is plenty. You don't need political influence because 15 isn't a whole lot and you've got 200 to use. And you don't need whatever the other thing was. Oh, money, because you're going to make money hand over fist. So I would say stability is the most useful thing to you.
Thank you for the input.
6 stability is a decent amount.
How goes the war?
I'm just got one last siege, but they've got an 8k stack of a bunch of guys together running around, so I have to be careful because if that 8k stack hits me just about anywhere, it could wipe out any one of my armies or like force us to flee. So now they're getting desperate and they're attacking the
Embrace the comedic
fort I'm
pantheon.
seeing. And they give up. The comedic pantheon?
Yeah.
Dude, I wish.
effect, every character not following the new faith will lose 20 loyalty. Loyal members of the ruler's family will convert to the new faith. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 200 political influence. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 30 stability. Ptolemaic Kingdom gains religious zeal for 120 months.
I would not do that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
I would
good.
hold on to your own religion unless you have a reason to swap religions. What you can do is you can hit the bell icon on the left of that, and then you won't have to have that constantly on the top of your.
Okay.
Yeah, the bell icon. So now you don't have that staring you in the face all the time.
Oop! I see I see it advancing.
Yeah, I had to fight them off the siege, so I got 20,000 guys here. So I just decided to assault with all 20,000 guys.
Nice. Oop.
Alright. And guess what? I think I have 100% now. 89%. I'll just wait a couple of days. Wait a couple of days and they
There it
gonna
goes.
see
Interesting.
Kanye other than me. Something like that.
I love
Just gotta
this.
wait for these to flip.
Almost there. You almost annihilated them.
I think that's all I need to do, honestly, because I have all their forts and capitals. Aside the person of global FC. I believe now I can piece them out one by one. Suggest I will take all your land. Thank you. I'll take all of your land. I probably could have pieced them out individually earlier, but whatever.
Okay. I was gonna ask you earlier. So when my missions, I have to like take these individual cities that aren't part of anybody on the coast. But how do I do that?
Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
wrap up this war.
Take your time. Just trying to wrap up this war.
Lovely little war.
There it went. I'm no longer importing camels from the province of Mukadam.
Because I killed them.
Because they've been conquered.
And all their camels. Big camels. Now they're my camels. You can import from me.
I just sent a request.
Yes, I accepted that because it's money. Let me put down my mercs. Sorry, mercs. I'm gonna have to put you down.
Time to euthanize all the mercenaries.
Yes. After every war, we euthanize the mercenaries. It's so horrible.
That's very Aztec of you. Although, you know, the
Run free! I can't bear to do it.
the greatest warriors would get sacrificed to the gods as the highest honor or whatever. So
Yep, that's what we're.
pray you sucked at war, or pray you were mid in war, because you know if you suck you die, but if you are too good you also die.
Can't win. Or you better not win.
Kush.
Okay, so I put down all my military forces. So
Look at all that blue. How beautiful.
yeah, it's
Yours,
very cushy.
your
It's a cushy
territory
chapter.
rivals mine now at this point.
Well, it may look like that on the map, but I have 1,000 pops and you have 2,300. Okay, you had a question.
These like standalone nations on the coast, how do I take them?
Okay, you have a few different possible missions. I think this is one of the missions that you can't easily do right now, and here's why. If you try to pretend like you're declaring war on them, you click on one of them, and then you click on the flag on the left of the province of South Phoenicia. The flag. Okay, this is your Diplo screen. And if you were to click on Declare War, it's no problem. You can just click on Declare War.
Declare war. Okay.
But But once you click on that, don't click again. Don't say okay. That would be a problem. So the thing is, they are some form of vassal of the Antigonids. All of these are, apparently. In my playthrough, somehow they had ended up broken through. So they're tributary, and client state.
I can call you into war with them.
You could, but I would prepare your butt cheeks for the war before. But that is possible. And in time, that's probably what you would want to do. Is to call me in and do a war with the Antigonids to take them. Or just, well, yeah, that's probably the best way. But you have a mission in your mission tree right now that is Judea, and I believe Judea is not. They have no allies. They would be a walkover. Whereas the other guys would be a whole freaking war with the Antigonids again. Now the Antigonids are not what they used to be, but still. They probably have like 20 bloody subject states.
Province of Judea. Declare war. Yeah, they have no allies at all.
Yeah. Now before you do that, raise whatever you need, get your guys in position, don't start a war, and then have their military walk out and suddenly start capping all your capitals because you had no military forces in there.
Demand a military access.
Now they are at war with Samaria, which is interesting.
How do you...
So,
oh, I see.
If you click on them in the Diplo tab, you'll see what's red to them is who they're at war with.
Huh. I didn't even know this was a nation. I thought it was all Judea.
Nope.
Nice.
So they may wrap that up rather quickly, and all of a sudden everything would be Judea, and you just have to attack Judea.
Okay, interesting.
But if they don't wrap that up, you could always just attack Samaria as well at some point.
What are you doing now that your war is over?
Well, it's been over for 2 seconds. I haven't really sat down, and I've been talking about your...
True.
But my next step suggestion for you would be go after Judea and Samaria, because they have like no allies and they're super weak. You are also making 13, 14 a turn. And again, with the Judea war, you wouldn't have to up your fleet maintenance, because there's no way you'll have to fight their fleet.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 4 gold you'll not have to spend. So my next mission tree is up the Nile, and by up they mean away from you. Yeah, you wouldn't think up is south, but
I
that's the way
I did know that because that's how Egypt culture is,
Yeah.
and I was into Egyptian culture for a long time. So yeah.
Well,
like,
I didn't mean you don't know that. I'm just saying one would not assume.
oh
that.
no, yeah,
I
you're right.
wouldn't. I have to take Mukadam province. Where's Mukadam province?
Isn't that yours?
Dang province.
Isn't that your
It is,
capital?
It is, I think, mine, but there's these 2 territories here that have not been colonized. They probably want me to do that.
Oh, I noticed that. I was going to ask you about that.
So the way you colonize is you have to have somebody who's either your culture or an accepted culture, and I think possibly also your religion, but I'm not sure. And they have to be the majority in whatever is going to be the state next to it that colonizes. And you have to have at least 8 pops. So if you have like 5 of the 8 pops that are your culture, then it would work, because they're majority. And then you can colonize once every period of time, every 6 months or whatever.
I'm moving my troops down to prepare
For what? Oh,
for the conquest of Judea.
I'm gonna take a break, man. I fought 3 wars.
They seem to only have 1 troop of 6.4k. Oh, and they're sending them in to fight Samaria.
Yeah.
I haven't risen anything, I'm just moving my troops. within my territory. They can't
Oh.
blame me for that.
They can't blame you if they can't see you doing it.
True.
Yeah, so you've got the one legion, right? That's what you're moving?
Yeah.
You can make the legion larger if you want to. It would just cost you money constantly, so you don't want to do too much or it'll deplete you a bit.
Morale of armies, morale of navies. Legion maintenance cost plus 2.5%. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's fine. It's just... Is it saying you're a larger power, or what? Oh, your military tech went up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're going down the right path. That's good. This is Macadamia.
Muka, damn it.
God damn.
There's also these ones down in the south here. Gishikura and Samturu. Samtaru.
Yeah. But that's not required for that mission anyway, just the Mukdam. And then the Kushites of Axum. So they want me to go east and attack the Axumites. Southeast.
Axum. Alea.
And I have to consolidate Nubia, which means controlling all of Upper Nubia, which I almost have control over.
You would have to take on a venomous tongue. The governor of Libya is a particularly weasel-like man, a fact that is making itself clear now more than ever. He has begun stirring up the people in his governorate, perhaps hoping to challenge our rule. Unfortunately, he is well regarded in this locale. Our response must be made with care. We cannot move against Nectanebo. Province of Libya loses 30 loyalty, currently 91. Nectanebo gains 10 corruption, currently 0. The debt of treason must be paid in blood! Province of Libya loses 61 loyalty. Ptolemaic imprisons Nectanebo. What should we do?
Which? Oh, Libya has 91 loyalty, so it's probably not a big deal to just do that. What is the other option? Debt of treason which should be paid in blood. What does that do?
Loses 61 loyalty, and we imprison him.
Well, he's not from a house. Is he any good? He's a governor? Yeah. He's not very good. You could imprison him if you want, and just replace him with a house head that's decent.
Okay.
And I could run to the bathroom.
The debt of treason must be paid in blood.
Yeah, so they want me to wipe out these Axumites and all of these other nations in that area, the east of me. And then they split my mission tree. One goes north, fights Blemia and goes into Egypt, and one goes south to the Horn of Africa. So. They have me establish the 32nd dynasty of Egypt, which leads to like tons of trees. Down south, dominate Punt. Kushites of Mosion. They have me cross over into Arabia.
Arabia.
And they have me watch an ad apparently. For Verizon, I think. Got tricks on them. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Oh, what?
Well,
Oh.
I have to run to the bathroom. Hopefully the bathroom's open. There's 7 people that live in this house. But I'll be right back.
Okay.
Watch my screen. If anything bad happens on my screen, let me know.
Kush.
That's a joke.
Okay. So I'm getting money. I don't know if I should start raising armies or let them like fight it out with each other. I can't tell if they're like Ryulong, hi Ryulong, how are you doing? Welcome in. What's up? What are you doing? What are you up to tonight? Okay, so we've got him marching 2,000 troops into Judea. We need horses.
Apparently somebody doesn't want to share the bathroom. How rude.
Oh god.
I'll just clamp it down. Clamp it down.
So, Samaria just sent 2,000 troops into Judea. They're having a little tiff.
Lovers quarrel.
I'm wondering if I should just let them fight it out a little bit and then move in.
I don't think it really matters. The only thing is, like, if say Samaria takes like a chunk of Judea, flips their capital, and you're not at war with Samaria, then you can't unflip it. So if you do want to go in while they're fighting, I would declare war on both of them.
Judea is taking Samara.
Yeah, they're probably about to flip it all.
Hold on one second. A discreditable dalliance. A young woman named Amanisha Beto, of little note until now, has arrived at the palace in Alexandria bearing a baby who she claims is the son of Basilius Ptolemaeus Soter Lagades. After some cross-examination, it is clear that she speaks the truth, and the child resulted from an inadvisable lark at a banquet. A lark. I've never heard that. This information is known by only a few of the most trusted guards and advisors of the Basilius, and there's no doubt it would both damage the throne's legitimacy and upset the consort and any potential successors of. I don't know why that would upset people. I'm like, oh look, a new baby added to the family. Like, look, we have another heir possibly. But
illegitimate heir. Oh my god.
But I'd be like, more heirs, just in case some of us die.
And then what? When the guy dies, then they all just go murder each other to try to not lose the throne.
Well,
weddings.
I wouldn't create such a horrible atmosphere of.
You'd be dead. You wouldn't be able to choose.
I would choose it. I would create a different kind of kingdom than one in which everyone wanted to kill each other.
Why do I doubt this outcome?
Make this go away. Berenice Magus gains 10 loyalty. Mother and child will disappear. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 34 gold. Gains 3 tyranny. Loses 2 legitimacy. Keep it secret, but the child will never want for anything. Berenice Magus gains 5 loyalty. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 69 gold. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 5 legitimacy. The babe has royal blood! I would lose 10 popularity. Berenice Magus would lose 6 loyalty for 60 months. All children of Ptolemaeus and pretenders to Ptolemy lose 15 loyalty. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 20 legitimacy. People are dumb. They act like animals. I'm like, a new child. Like, whatever. Like, get rid of bloodlines anyway. Like, it's stupid. And Amanisha Beto will be my new consort! I lose 25 popularity. Berenice Magus loses 20 loyalty. Marry Ptolemaeus the Soter Lagades with Ameneshebedo Amid. All children of Ptolemaeus and pretenders lose 20 loyalty. The Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 30 legitimacy.
I will lose 1 respect for you every time you mispronounce something.
Good. I'm not native to these cultures, so. Okay, what should I do?
Will I know if you're mispronouncing something? Probably not.
Just because, like, I would just like accept her, like, hey, look, I have a second wife, and here's my other child. But
Deal with it.
yeah, deal with it. But I don't want to lose all this shit, so I'm just gonna keep it secret. But the child will never want for anything.
Keep the child secret. Keep it safe.
Sorry for the pause.
Maybe not safe.
Maybe not safe,
Oh.
but okay. There's a bunch of fire going on in Samara right now.
They just need to walk over and 100% that capital. How hard is that? Just do it. Oh my god. Why are they so competent when they go to war with you or me, but they're so incompetent when they go to war with each other?
Right. Should I start raising troops in preparation for the invasion of Judea?
You have almost 1,000 gold. That's probably plenty for any sort of simple war. Yeah, whenever you want to. What you could do is just wait until you see the territory flip, because like any day now they should wrap up that war, and then you won't have to deal with like having to fight both the people at once and worrying about if you flip the territory or they have control of the territory.
But I always just be like, should I flip it or not flip it? Should I raise troops in preparation for when that happens? So the moment it flips, I can just start moving troops in.
That's up to you. Honestly, with a war this size, I would just buy 2 merc stacks and not even worry about raising your levy. But you can do that, like you can about 2 or 3 months before you want to attack, raise the merc stacks and start like using that circle arrows icon and just like get them ready with the morale. I have quite a large mission. There we go. 1 down. Now I just gotta wait 1 year or something.
This probably won't play out as cleanly as I'm hoping, but we'll see. They seem to be sieging something. The city of Jerusalem in Judea. Let's see. They successfully sieged something, but now they're leaving. Oh, they took it!
Will la-dee-da, Mr. Jerusalem.
There's no, like, notification that says this country ceases to exist. I wish there was. Like, oh, this country ceases to exist. Zeus has those notifications, so they should take some notes. Building slave estates? I don't think so. How many months has it been? Okay, December. Is their morale high enough? Is their morale high enough? Where's morale?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I would say 3/4 or so is pretty good.
Oh, is this morale?
It's the
okay.
weird-looking horn on the left.
91%? You're good. March into Jerusalem.
Just make sure you turn off reorganization.
I can't move in. Cannot move this unit.
Because you haven't declared war.
Oh, hold on. How do I do that again?
Click on your nation.
Declare war.
Click on
War goal.
flag.
Take Judea. Should I bring you into the war?
No.
Okay.
You're so far away from me, it would be a pain in the ass to go.
Okay. How many people... God damn it. How many... Hebrew people destroy sacred Macedonian books in the Library of M. We have heard of an ugly story. It seems that the Hebrew have set parts of the Library of Memphis on fire. In the conflagration, books that are sacred to the Macedonian people were destroyed, and now the entire region is on edge, awaiting more violence. Where is the location of this? The eye, you said. Over here? In Memphis? Motherfuckers.
In Memphis.
We have heard of in the conflict. We shall intervene by sending soldiers to keep the peace. Ptolemaic Kingdom loses 1,500 manpower. Oh, I have plenty. The Territory of Rome loses a library, currently 4. Send our diplomats to the region to negotiate. It loses a library. 20 political influence.
You don't care about the manpower. I would say don't lose the political influence.
Okay. Okay.
Political influence can kind of be used to like give yourself permanent bonuses via those trade routes and stuff.
Take Judea. Okay. Declare war on Judea using war goal. Take Judea. Confirm.
Wait.
Oh,
cancel.
Too late.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. You have a claim on them, I believe. Let's see. Yes. So, yeah, there's no problem because you had a claim on the territory. If you were to declare war on someone that you had no claims on, then you would get a big debuff. Like, you would lose 25 stability and get other bad things happening. So usually you avoid unless you have a claim. Why in the... Okay. Because it just wasn't at the top of the list. I'm saving again. I'm gonna unpause, okay? Or are you...
Oh, sorry. I was just like getting everything ready.
Okay. No problem. Dinder. I have a territory named Dinder. That's the derpiest fucking name. Where are you from? I'm from Dinder. I also have a territory named Gabub.
Kebab.
Classic. Move a guy from Dinder. I've tried going on Dinder before, but I just couldn't talk to people well.
He moved troops into my territory and then turned them back around.
I had second thoughts. So now realize that they could possibly win against your 5k. Well,
Yeah,
probably not your
I saw
5k
that.
because that's your legion. They'll probably lose that, but they could beat that 4k if they decide to go down there. Your legion's losing. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd retreat with your legion because you're losing. Because you're just gonna lose more. Yeah, so I would suggest that you focus on a couple of sieges where you have enough troops in the area to keep yourself safe. By spreading out to every siege, it means they can just pick you off at whichever one they choose. The only place they probably can't challenge you is that 11. Look at me colonizing down here. Freaking boss. I think I nearly have all of Nubia.
Okay, we're at 0% with the siege. The bar is going up. I'm not too worried about his 5k that's running amok because he's not taking territory and it's not coming back down to defend his own territory, so do what you want, I guess.
So you see your 11K? If you click on it. You'll see there's a siege window.
Yeah.
The button next to the guy's portrait, which has like a piece of siege equipment.
Yeah.
If you get what appears to be like a breach in the walls, or maybe even at this point, you can click on that and it will start assaulting. Like they only have 200 guys there, so even right now you could probably assault. And they've got so many guys versus the only 200 in the siege. And the siege is at such a point where they're partly damaged. You could probably just hit assault. They'll fight for a few days and then they'll have the territory. I would suggest you do that with the 12K or 11K. And they're mercenaries, so it doesn't really matter if you. So you see there go down quite quickly, and now you have it. And you lost maybe 1,000 guys actually, which is more than I expected, but still not much.
Okay, hold on. The Epigoni. The kings that once served Alexandros have started to pass away, and with them so does the immediate claim to his empire. The men who have become known as the successors are now themselves being succeeded by the progeny, the Epigoni.
Being successed.
While While powerful leaders are in their own right, with a strong claim to the realms of their fathers, these Epigoni are regional dynasts and cannot restore an empire that has been tainted by a generation of infighting. The world shall know us by our own deeds. Oh god. All claims on Alexander's empire are lost to us. We can no longer use the legacy of Alexander to war goal when declaring war. I mean, I don't have a choice, right? So.
Well, that's what happens when your leader dies. Because your leader died, you lost your legacy of Alexander, and that's just what happens.
Okay. Stability drop. My basilis are supposed to decrease. This is due to your last action. Oh no, there's like 1,000 fucking notifications. Death. We bring sad news. Ptolemaeus the First Soter Legates was killed in a freak accident at the age of 78. He was the Basilius of the Ptolemaic kingdom. He is the head of the Legid family. Okay. Ptolemaeus II, Kuranos Legates, is now ruler of our glorious nation. Okay, I don't have choice. Our stability has decreased. I mean, okay.
You lost some stability because your leader died, that's fine.
That's to be
now,
expected.
Is your guy married? Is your new leader married?
I have no idea. Hold on. We are defeated. Battle of Hippos.
Battle of Hippos.
Oh, this asshole keeps running amok over here.
Yeah. I think you need to make sure your morale is back up. That green bar next to your... Because when your morale is at partial and then he goes and challenges you and he has probably a bigger force.
Unmarried ruler. If your ruler is not married, your other characters in the ruler's family will not get married.
That's great. So you want to click on that, arrange marriage, and now what we look for is you've got, what bloodlines do you have? We're going to look for the other bloodlines.
He has blood of Ptolemy, blood of Antipatros.
Okay, so we're looking for any additional bloodlines, and I know that there's at least one bloodline that you don't have, which is this blood of Magus and Berenic, which gives you 10% own power. Improve opinion isn't bad either. You already have the blood of Antipatros, right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody who has blood of Alexander?
Blood of Ptolemy. Do we have that? Yeah.
Yeah, you are the Ptolemies, so yeah. And I think you have Antipatros because you are allied with the Greeks, or the Macedonians. It is unlikely that you have the blood of Alexander here, and because of the cost, we missed that event. We weren't able to get it in that event. But by marrying somebody at least with the blood of Berenike and Magus, you would get another bonus to your leader.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has this. No.
You finally reach the people that are like 70 years old. Oh, I found one!
Yeah.
Come on, lady, pump out some airs. So yeah, you also probably want to order them by age. So the 4 circles.
I got it.
The 4 moons. So that's the oldest. Flip it the other way. Click it again. Now that's the youngest. So yeah.
She has.
Somebody with Berenike.
Yeah, she has Magus and Berenike. Philoterra
So
Lagus.
She's probably fine.
A suitable match. Blustering with excitement, Ptolemy summoned his domestic aid. After for far too long alone, he decided to extend an offer of marriage to the fabulous young maiden Philoterra of the Legid dynasty. The envoy who delivered the proposal, however, reports that he barely made it out alive after Philoterra flew into a great rage, hurling a heavy club with great accuracy and nearly decapitating him. It seems that Philoterra considers our suggestions with great contempt. We may need to sweeten the deal by increasing the size of the dowry. A hard bargain, but worth every... 200?
So you're telling me that she almost decapitated him with a thrown blunt weapon? Like she decapitated him with a blunt weapon?
Yeah, she nearly decapitated the messenger with a blunt weapon.
I mean, a sharp weapon I can understand, but a blunt weapon? Alright.
Oh my god, so I can either choose to lose 200 gold and she gains 15 loyalty, or I will unable to be selector again and I lose 10 political influence.
Yeah, I would suggest you just pay the money, and you know, you could try to find somebody else that has the same bloodline, but you're gonna have plenty of money.
I can't go back, so
Yeah. It's not a big deal. You're such a big nation. Like if you were a 1 province miner, 200 gold would be like a problem, but when you're at peace, you're gonna make 15 gold a turn at least. So like within a year or so, you'd pay something like that off, or like a little bit over.
okay, sorry.
It's so long until I can wait that year and recolonize the next territory. But I'm making progress on the mission trees.
So what do I do now with this?
Well, you want to take each fort and each province capital. So you've got 10k, go take the next fort with it. And you probably want to take your taxes, your levy, or your legion, and make sure it recovers, and then fight that 4k. Try to like beat down the 4k. Just make sure that it doesn't go around like just wrecking your shit.
It's
like
not.
Here, I'm gonna pause it real quick.
Flight of a Pretender. Arsinoe Alagus, once a favorite sibling of our recently ascended role, has perhaps wisely chosen to flee Ptolemaic Kingdom in a moment of opportunity. It appears that she kneels at this very second before a vaunted court of Antigonid Kingdom in the hope of being granted asylum. We can only hope that they refuse this foolish request in good time in the pursuit of bitter troublesome. I lose 20 legitimacy? Declare an enemy of the state. I lose 50... Oh, Antigonid and Ptolemaic... Oh, we lose 50 opinion of each other. Either way, she leaves.
What?
She fled the country to the Antigonids.
Okay.
And I either lose 20 legitimacy or we lose 50 opinion of each other.
I mean, your legitimacy is kind of low right now, but I think you're gonna be gaining. Like, so if you hover up at the top of the screen, the rightmost number, the 62.85. So you're gaining legitimacy at 0.12 a month. You're not really taking any negatives from it right now. I think you're fine just taking the hit in legitimacy and then just waiting for it to come back up. Because the only reason it's not 100 is because you have just swapped over leaders.
Okay. Should I assault this one?
Yes, that's why I paused it originally. So, how many? You got 200? Yeah, you could probably assault there. I'm just worried about that 4K coming down and like knocking you off that right as you're about to finish it. I would say assault it. And
Okay.
even if he comes in and knocks out your army afterwards, at least you would have it.
Okay.
Now you have some disloyal characters. You could just bribe somebody. Click on the hand. If you just hit bribe, it'll be solved.
Okay.
The only thing it costs you is like 5 political influence. So if we just unpause it, then you can take that. There you go. You are in the desert hills, so if he attacks your 4K, he'll be at a disadvantage. So the only things you got left is there's a capital in the northwest. That Gaba Rekabim is their capital of. They only have one piece of that province of yours, and this fortress. Those are the only 2 things you need to complete your control.
I don't know what their troops are doing, but they're just wandering around.
Well, they're trying to figure out what they want to do. How's your legion looking?
It's 3k with half morale.
Well, once it recovers, and you can hit that recover button,
True.
but just
Uh-oh, he's
don't
right.
let
He's coming up.
fight you. Yeah, he's coming, so I would leave or not hit the recover button.
Moves really quickly.
Because he's on a road. You're paused now, so you got what you wanted. You're gonna just leave it like that. You can try to retreat, but at this point he's locked up several
Well, there's a
territories.
fort here, isn't there?
Yeah, but you're standing on the fort, so he can walk up to the fort. He couldn't probably walk through it. Like if you were behind the fort, you
But,
might
like,
be alright.
He has to like fight the fort or whatever.
No, you can fight an army on a fort.
Can I put the army in the fort?
No,
That's stupid.
you can't escape your destiny at this point.
Fucking dumb.
You can just keep trying to retreat once the fight starts. Also, that 2K, you need to kind of like.
He's coming down.
No. You need to refresh it. Like it's how much is it normally? Like how many legions does it have?
Like
So
3,
if you
10,
hover over the muscular arm.
10,
Oh, that's
12.
your taxes. That's your taxes. Leave it there and recover it. Because it's supposed to have 5K and it's only at 2K, so it's not fighting very effectively at all. Just stay there and hit the triple. And you want to try to get out. If you start fighting with that 3K, then as soon as you can, just like order it to retreat. Okay, so once the fight starts, no, you gotta go up there. And once the fight starts, now try to order it to retreat.
No.
Okay, I paused it again. So grab the army. You've got it. So right click somewhere. Like back. Several provinces away at least.
I had it already set to do that.
No, but it doesn't do anything once it's in combat. It won't try to retreat unless you tell him to retreat.
I've been smashing the button.
Okay, then after a while it will be okay and it will happen. But it doesn't happen at the start of the battle. Sometimes they have to fight for a while and then they'll retreat. And now there's an ad, so I can't see what's happening. But I'm just gonna unpause it. Just keep smashing the button until you can move on. There you go. So once your taxes is recovered, that is what I would use to.
Court is bustling with sycophants, claimants, and pretenders. It is of little surprise, therefore, that 2 of the most ambitious claimants to the throne of Ptolemaic Kingdom have found themselves at odds. These conflicts have a way of getting out of hand, but perhaps we have to step in and limit the potential of escalation. Ha! Let them fight. Lysandra Laga starts seeing Ptolemaeus Philadelphos as a rival. It's not the time to squabble like children. She loses 10 loyalty. Currently 68. Loses 10 loyalty. Currently 18. Side with Lysandra, the chosen heir. Starts seeing as a rival. Lysandra gets 10 loyalty. He loses 15. Currently 18. Let them fight is the least. Whatever. Let them fight.
Nubian traditions. Ships. Town city modifier. War elephants. Heavy infantry offense. Horse archers. Light cavalry. Horse archers. Archers.
I like how he's trying to siege my port city, and I'm like, this is going to take you so long while your nation is being taken.
I want to go full camel.
Full camel engage.
I got an option, so I'm trying to figure out what military traditions to do. I could do camel defense 15%, then the next one down is camel morale 15, light cavalry morale 15. Then the next one down is camel offense 15, camel cost minus 15. And then horses are archers, and then camel discipline 15. So I could just do all for freaking camels.
Nice.
Camels are good against. What are they good against?
Oh, one of my allies just came in to wipe out their little army.
I don't have any camels.
Oh, thank you for the assist.
Guess I'll go war elephants.
And then he's chasing down the survivors. I think. Yeah, he's chasing the oh, he's attacking the capital.
Oh yeah. See, that's why it's nice to have vassals sometimes. K-Stack just comes on in. Stupid barbarians in my territory I have to kill. Bar.
Should I siege this?
You mean assault?
Oh yeah.
Click on,
Oh, too late.
click on territory.
Hate when it does like 30 things at once. The Nabatean Civil War ends. Yeah, because I conquered their country. The bitter civil war in Nabatea has finally come to an end, with the loyal forces of Yashka I Kuryashi utterly crushing the rebel armies led by Nupal Hanipi and his scheming cohorts. The bloody Battle of Suaka decided the war when loyalist forces broke the rebel lines and slaughtered them to a man. The outcome of this war is largely irrelevant to us, mostly because I conquered their country, as we do not consider Nabatea as either a friend or enemy. Nevertheless, we ought to be careful. Oh, no, this is not them. This is to the south. That we were talking about that earlier. Okay. It just happened at the same time as this. Siege of Shechem is won. Okay, sorry.
I'm just
Colonizations.
You there?
Yeah.
It just did a doodly loop on Discord. And I
Oh,
think
did it?
we were disconnected, but then reconnected.
I did not hear anything.
I have a province called Acne.
Ooh, acne.
Yes. No joke, dude.
Okay, I think their army was wiped out. They don't exist on the map anymore.
It doesn't matter if I mean, what matters is what you've controlled. Their
Am I missing
armory
something?
could be 100,000. What? It doesn't. You're at 100. You're maxed. Everything's fine. Why?
Why is it
what's the
striped?
concern? Because you have to make a peace treaty.
How do I do that?
So you have to go to click on the territory, click on the flag, or yeah, just go there. Say sue for peace.
Sue for peace. Okay.
You could hit suggest if you want.
Galilee, Samaria, Perea, Judea, Altamy.
So in this case, the CPU suggestion is that you just take all their territory, I guess.
I guess so.
You might have to go through and grab province by province in a larger war where you have to select things. But in a war like this, usually just the select button or suggest button will be like, oh, you want to take all the territory, right? So you would say okay is perfect.
Barbarians. The barbarians of Kaina Gestia have risen in troglodytic desert. We should ready our troops and put down this rebel.
No big deal. You don't really need to worry too much about barbarians. You can go down there at some point, fight them if you want, but you don't really need to. They just lower the civilization level of the area, but they don't actually really do damage.
So do I just press OK?
Yes. And then you'll take all the time.
Oh my god. Just 1,000 notifications assault me. The Judean elite. After a protracted conquest, you have finally routed the Judean armies and laid waste to their lands. During the sacking of their capital, many important prisoners were taken. Many of them having previously held important positions in the Judean court. They now languish in our dungeons, awaiting whatever fate we decide to impose on them. Our enemies deserve no quarter. Every character will be put to death before the cheering crowds of Alexandria? Jesus. I would gain 5 popularity, but Hebrew culture gains annexation, massacred our nobility for 60 months, minus 10 happiness. Banish of those of class and put the rest to the sword. Loses 50 aggressive expansion. 0.50 aggressive expansion. Imprison their leaders, let the rest disappear. Important Judean characters will be imprisoned. Keranos Legates loses 3 popularity. Culture gains conquest of our people for 60 months. Culture happiness minus 5. Pass judgment on the important families. You will be able to decide what to do with each important family. Does it matter? Like...
Usually my default is banish those of class, put the rest to the sword, because that gives you negative 0.5 aggressive expansion. If you want to see if they have any good characters, you can say pass judgment on the important families, and then take any characters that look like they have good qualities. That probably raises how much wages you'll have to pay for them over time. But with a small country like this, I would probably, and they're probably not special in game terms, in terms of like having some sort of special royal family. I would just say banish this class. If you were taking, say, Sparta, maybe they have a bloodline you want to keep, and you might want to pass judgment on important families.
The city of Erosilma has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. This stood for the forefront of the Israeli culture and people for centuries. At the center of the city stands a grand temple to their god, an impressive building unlike any other. The city has roots deep into the past, once the capital of the Israelite kingdom of Judah, before its capture by the Egyptians. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. They have been asking for us to sack the city of the ground and bring everything valued back home to Alexandria. Gains 10... Ooh, I would gain 10 legitimacy if I would give the people of Hiroshima a protecting hand. 10 legitimacy, 15 popularity. I gain Merciful Conqueror. Local population happiness 15%. We will make sure our people do not take everything. I gain 210 money. Gains 5 prominence. Loses 5 popularity. These are ours for the picking. No. Give them a protecting hand. The Levantine Regional Power of Judea has accepted our generous peace offer. Our generous peace offer after we crushed their nation. Okay. Sorry. A mission task can be completed. Unification. Canaan, a land in southern Syria standing between Phoenicia and Egypt, is known by its name at least since the first settlement in the Philistines, but is more renowned of the particular customs of her people, the local tribes, who identify themselves as Hebrew, recognize the existence of only one God, their own. They are also a proud people, and controlling the strategically relevant area in which they live has been a challenge to all local powers. Now that the area is fully under our control, we need to strike a delicate balance with the local elites so that the area could prosper under our guidance and benefit us all. Let us invite their most refined scholars to Alexandria. Oh, I can do this one. The Antigone owns Antigonia. Local population growth -10, local tax +5, local population happiness -15%. Long-awaited revenge. How the tables have turned. Years ago, Demetrius I, Peleorcetes, Antigonid, son of Antigonus, led an army almost to the gates of Alexandria, and our whole kingdom was close to falling into his hands. Today, our glorious armies have marched over Antigonus, Monothalamus, Antigonid's historical capital, Antigonia. This accomplishment shall wash away the dishonor of our previous defeat and remind the hated Antigonid kingdom that the Ptolemaic kingdom is the legitimate heir. We will propose a marriage between Nicodoros Seleucid and Stratonice Lagus, and with it an alliance between Seleucid Empire and Ptolemaic Kingdom. Antigonia gains Antigonid memory violated for 60 months. Local tax +5. Local polity. Okay. I gain a claim on Cilicia Pedia, Cilicia Trachea, and Pamphylia. The mission does. Okay. Justice is done, that is enough. I mean, I wouldn't mind an alliance with the Seleucids. It's time for diplomacy. Okay. How are you feeling? Sorry, I had it paused for a long time.
Me? Oh, fine. I'm just going through all of the shenanigans of moving pops throughout my country so I can colonize the little territories that I need to colonize. Remember how I had to colonize in the lower left at the bottom of my country? Those are all filled in now.
Oh, nice.
And I'm
nice.
trying to colonize the last little spots that I need to go to.
Shall we say?
Because my mission requires Upper Nubia. Sure. I say pretty periodically.
Oh, the Seleucids with their giant empire are my allies. And they're fighting someone over here.
Oh, they're your allies?
Yeah.
Do you have an event that allied you?
Oh, you didn't hear? When I conquered Judea, I completed a mission, and it allowed me to automatically complete the next one because I had their capital this whole time, Antigonea. Owning Antigonea was like they slighted me in the past, so we got even with them, and it gave me this diplomacy option to marry one of my heirs into the Seleucid Empire, and like we got a diplomatic alliance.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I only have one tiny little spot left, and then I'll have taken all of Upper Nubia.
Oh my god, fuck. Sorry. I don't have 300. I do, but I'm not gonna lose. Gone is gone. Whatever. I'm disbanding my merc units.
keep in mind that you have a certain amount of aggressive expansion as you take land, and you want to let that burn off. I would suggest, where possible, keeping it below, at the most, 50. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. One second.
Cultural happiness. Tizadon. Cedars of Lebanon. Wood. There it is. Ceciliopides, Trachea, city status. Ptolemaic Kingdom has enacted the non-interference edict law. Anti-piracy edict law. So you have to pick one or the other. Thracian menace. The Greeks of Asia. Coastal Dominion. Cannot be completed before the Greeks of Asia. Ionia, Aeolus, Pergamon. It's all over here. Coastal Dominion. Ptolemaic Kingdom gains coastal dominion for 200 for national commerce, income, shipbuilding cost. These temple Ptolemaic 30 political benefits. So we just automatically get that when we get Greeks of Asia. Interesting. Gera, Samad. There's so many things out here. Maria. Panja. Isn't there supposed to be Madagascar here or something? Or no, it's down here. That's Sri Lanka. Okay. It's almost 9:30. I think I'm going to end the stream here. Let's go find someone to, what's the word? Raid out to. There's a cause. Guerrilla Gaming. Centaur again. I just raided him though. Let's do the cause. Okay, so thank you everyone who joined me tonight. Thank you for my lurkers. I'll see you all tomorrow for some art. And then on Sunday we'll do some more City of Heroes. Hope you have a good one, and good night.